is Mr. Ranju George. He is the lead HR for SBI Mutual Fund. He wants to have a small introduction from all of you.
Normal session just to understand how been the session for you, because this is the first time in the AMC industry that something of similar model. So technically we call this hire, train, deploy, and we have this time gone a little ahead to call it as hire, train, design, deploy and develop, because this is going to be continuous development journey. So it is a prevalent model in terms of taking students from campus, train them to be industry ready for the specific industry, and then assign it to different various roles and regions. It's prevalent in banks or in a certain insurance industry. This is first time we are exploring such a model in AMC. Okay, if this is successful, this will be a great opportunity for a lot of campus students in future also. So just wanted to take your feedback. How's been the sessions? What's your feedback? Because maybe once the formal sessions start, we may not get time to have a discussion. That is first part of it which I want to cover. Second, anything that is like any concerns that you have that because there have been certain dropouts and all during the session, but just from a per se that since you are being identified and then gone through the training, any concerns, anything that you want some clarification, which are not individual salary oriented, please don't discuss. Those are anyway little personal and we can have a one-on-one discussion later. But if you think that doubt is genuine, we can have a conversation. If something that I can't solve now, I can come back maybe during our future conversations, I can definitely solve it out for you. So anyone, maybe from each table, one person can give feedback about the training. What really worked well. Some suggestions that if this can be improved. That will help. And this is not just about your batch per se. It's going to be beneficial for upcoming batches. So it's clear. So one person from each table can speak. You can decide for a minute that who is the person. What are some collective thoughts? Take 2 minutes. Maybe in next 2 minutes we can start. One person can.
Good morning, sir. My name is Aman, and basically हमारा जो ओवरऑल एक्सपीरियंस था वो बहुत अच्छा था SBI म्यूचुअल फंड के साथ भी और IFM टीम के साथ भी. इसमें हमें बहुत कुछ नॉलेज मिली एज वेल एज प्रैक्टिकल नॉलेज एंड थ्योरेटिकल नॉलेज बहुत मिली. जो इकबाल सर हैं उन्होंने बहुत अच्छा हमें ट्रेन किया और इकबाल सर ने तो अपना 200% दिया. बट मेरा थोड़ा सा सजेशन ये है कि थोड़ा सा प्रैक्टिकल नॉलेज और मिल जाती, लाइक जो सॉफ्टवेयर यूज़ करने हैं, एक्सेल जो यूज़ करना है, उनकी नॉलेज थोड़ी सी और चाहिए. कि कैसे हम थोड़ा सा जो फंड्स हैं उनको मतलब थोड़ा सा एनालाइज करें और अच्छे से, तो उनका थोड़ा सा और चाहिए. बाकी ओवरऑल एक्सपीरियंस बहुत अच्छा था. इकबाल सर ने अपना 200% दिया. थैंक यू.
Good afternoon, everyone. This side Simran. Actually, we have learned number of things with IFM Fin Coach. They extend our knowledge, right? They provide us stuff which is very beneficial for us in future as well as in this time period. And if I talk about Iqbal sir, इन्होंने मतलब एक क्लास में अगर हमारा कोई डाउट होता था तो वो बच्चों की तरह समझाते थे, अगर ये नहीं क्लियर हुआ ये आंसर प्रॉपर्ली देना. और अगर कोई वैसे ही प्रॉब्लम आ रही है, कोई SBI का कोई कुछ और आ गया, तो उसमें भी सारी टीम में बहुत अच्छे से हेल्प किया. प्रॉपर स्पून फीडिंग कर रहे थे, प्रॉपर अच्छी तरह बता रहे थे. और क्लासेस भी जो रही प्रॉपर टेक्निकल नॉलेज एज वेल एज जितना भी सारा स्टफ चाहिए था वो इन्होंने प्रोवाइड किया. सो आई रियली थैंक यू.
गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीवन. सर मेरा जो एक्सपीरियंस है और हमारे जो जयपुर में हमारे जो साथ में मेरे कलीग्स थे, मैं हर्ष, अंशु एंड साक्षी, तो हमारा एक्सपीरियंस ओवरऑल अच्छा रहा. बट उसके अंदर एक सुधार ये हो सकता है, सजेशन ये है कि जैसे पर्टिकुलरली एक बंदा या फिर एक मेंटर वहाँ पे असाइन होना चाहिए. जैसे मेंटर नहीं था तो हमें जाके हमने स्टार्टिंग में उनसे बात नहीं की. हमें लगा कि हमें करनी चाहिए थी, मैं खुद बोलता हूँ, बट हमने नहीं की. तो उन्होंने आके हमें कुछ समझाया भी नहीं. हम जब उनसे जाके काम लेने लगे, देन वो हमें IFA चैनल्स के पास लेके गए, उनको उधर घुमाया, फिर बैंक्स में लेके गए, उनसे हमें बातचीत हुई, इंट्रोड्यूस हुए. तो सर उसमें बहुत टाइम लग गया था. या तो ये एक्सटेंड हो जाता थोड़े दिन के लिए और OJT ट्रेनिंग, या फिर हमें कोई मेंटर असाइन किया हो जाता तो बहुत अच्छी तरह हम उस चैनल को और अच्छी तरह समझ पाते. ये पसंद है.
So what you liked about the training?
सर ट्रेनिंग में ये था कि कल्चर जो वहाँ पे हमें वर्किंग कल्चर बहुत अच्छा था, बहुत अच्छा. हमें हाँ बहुत अच्छा इंटरेक्शन था और सब मेरे कलीग भी बहुत अच्छे थे हमारे साथ।
Sure.
तो हमारा बहुत अच्छा था।
Thank you. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Udaan. Basically, I'm from Patna.
Okay.
So, sir, overall, if I talk about the training session, overall training session is very good.
Okay.
Having a very great knowledge also. When we all train from the IFMs and coaches. Not I'm taking a particular single name to any individual because everyone having a lot of hard work over there and everyone will support. Yeah, blindly support to us, to our students and trainees. So I'm very thankful to IFM FinCoach. Next, if I talk about when we are moving to the field work, so when we are moving to the branches, so there are a lot of things which we analyze, which we gain knowledges from other banks and if I talk about the changes or alteration which you asking for, so I think sir when we move to the field, so we have also a knowledge of practical as well as theoretical. So when we moving to the field also, we haven't got knowledge of operation sectors. So we having the knowledge of only field sector. So this things I want to
Understood. Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So first of all, a huge thanks to everyone for sharing the feedback. This is really helpful. So what I understand is, as in theoretically we are pretty covered, and the OJT, which I think initially we were debating that whether to keep or not. Then I think at least what I'm hearing is the OJT part has really given some experience about what happens in the field. There is a scope to improve, like adding mentor, that's some suggestions, and the only thing is the learning doesn't stop here. Okay, so the fact is once you come into the on-road part, because that's where you will be exposed to like internal softwares, the operations part of it. There is certain limitations, especially this industry is very tightly regulated by SEBI. So hence we have certain restrictions and to give to disseminate lot of information which are controlled within internally to the organization. So once you get in, there will be certain inductions which will be planned, and definitely you will be assigned to the branch. You will have your practical learnings coming to that, and from here within next 45 days there will be one more induction which will be more oriented about SBI way of working, SBI mutual fund way of working. What are different products, as in how it is different. You will have exposure to the investment team, the operations team, to understand who are the different spokes and all. And then so we will be continuously engaging to understand what's the pulse that's coming, where are you struggling, etc., or where you want to have more training. So if it is pertinent to internal, we will do it. Otherwise, every quarter we will have a connect session with IFM, so that any doubts that you have, any knowledge where you want to update yourself, but that's where we will kind of take your feedback and try to create some valuable sessions for you. Okay, that's where we wanted to have this two-way conversation. Okay, so that's first part of it. Be assured that you will be very well updated. And anyways, we will have the zonal HR team and the zonal producer is there, so they are very well veterans in the system. And in fact, if you can anything, you can reach out to me. We can definitely take your feedback and work on it. So that's first part of it. The second part of it is pertinent to your joinings. Anything, any concerns? Just leave out the locations and the salary or some those kind. Otherwise, any other concerns that you have, any doubts that you have. So all are NISM certified. I think only one person which is remaining, because only after once we receive the NISM certification, and the second part is the medicals are pending for some of them. Okay, so without these two, the joinings cannot happen. So we are looking for the 20 as in the next Monday as your joining date. So, but these two are mandatory stuff for us. Okay. So once we receive this, we have to get your email IDs activated, laptops activated. So there is a back-end process coming in. So how many people get to finish your medicals?
सबका हो गया?
सबका हो गया?
कोई pending
All
नहीं है?
done?
हाँ, good.
Only one person. Okay. Any reason it's pending?
So,
That's it, sir.
सर जो मेडिकल सेंटर था ना वो पास में कोई था ही नहीं, 200 किलोमीटर ट्रैवल करना ही पड़ेगा मुझे।
नहीं ट्रैवल नहीं करना पड़ेगा, वी हैव स्पोकन
उन्होंने
जो
बताया
टेस्ट
था।
है जो उस रिपोर्ट में जो बैंक को टेस्ट चाहिए वो लोकल करवा के
वो
टेस्ट
लोकल मैंने बात करी, वो एक टेस्ट सर लोकल वाले करेंगे नहीं, फिर मैंने
सारे लोकल करवा के भेजे।
लोकल करवा दे।
So,
ठीक है, sir.
Get it done day after tomorrow.
Yeah. So if these are concerns are there, please get it sorted out. मतलब कल ही कल close कर लो if possible, and then we get us the reports. Otherwise, this sorted.
सर एक चीज़ पूछनी थी, मतलब हमारी ज्वाइनिंग होगी तो हमें स्टे मिलेगा कुछ दिनों के लिए, जब मतलब कहीं दूसरी बात जाना है, इसमें जयपुर से हूँ
Okay.
तो मुझे कोटा जाना है,
Okay.
तो वहाँ पे सब कुछ मैं जाऊँगा तो फिर एकदम से मैं कैसे स्टे ढूंढ पाऊँगा, तो मतलब बैंक की तरफ से मुझे स्टे मिलेगा?
बैंक की तरफ से नहीं होगा, मतलब as in there is no guest house that we have, but we will look how many people are there like where you are not at your home location. सबका ही है, मतलब कहाँ से कहाँ जा रहे हो आप? ओके ठीक है, so we will see what best possible, but anyways so we have to get some accommodation there because ऐसे नहीं कि हमारे guest houses है वहाँ पे आ जाए, मतलब basically we have to search for our places and we will see as in what can be possible.
So most of us wants to postpone our joining or the shifting in other area. Like we all have the discussion for that कि हमको ज्वाइनिंग 1 अप्रैल से या फिर थोड़ा लेट करने में बहुत लोगों को शिफ्ट भी होना है या घर पे भी टाइम, तो उसके लिए हम सब ने ही डिस्कशन किया था और मोस्ट ऑफ अस आर रेडी फॉर दैट इफ पॉसिबल प्लीज फॉर ज्वाइनिंग फॉर द ऑन द 1st अप्रैल।
See, I'll have to discuss this as well. एक बार मनीषा से बात करना पड़ेगा when what can be possible, but okay, so what is the concern? Shifting के लिए?
शिफ्टिंग के लिए भी और घर पर भी टाइम का और क्या करना पड़ेगा?
घर पे क्या time?
मेरा तो सर ये है कि मेरे को यूनिवर्सिटी में कुछ डॉक्यूमेंट्स वगैरह भी थे, वो करने के लिए जाना था।
I think it can be done on a case-to-case basis.
हाँ, मतलब ideally.
सर जयपुर वालों की एग्जाम भी और इंटरनल्स भी हैं।
Okay.
Yes.
भी इंटरनल्स की प्रॉब्लम तो बाद में आएगी, वो 19 के बाद में है ना, तो 19 के बाद थोड़ी ना।
पर जैसे हमारे एग्जाम्स होते तो उसमें ऑफ में नहीं करेंगे।
हाँ, एग्जाम्स के टाइम पे विल as in depending upon if it is online वगैरह, अगर उसमें ज़्यादा
सर हमारे मतलब बेसिकली जयपुर वाले को तो ऑफलाइन ही
ऑफलाइन है तो फिर मतलब वो हो जाएगा,
तो मिलेगी।
वे प्राइस ड्यू बोला तो था तुम लोगों को,
तो वो दैट विल फिगर आउट। सो ये जो जॉइनिंग डेट वाला पार्ट है, आई एम अ लिटिल surprised, as in honestly I am little surprised because I am expecting you to be responsible, okay, and this is not something that you are just coming out from campus, उसका मतलब ये नहीं कि joining date change कर दो, and I'm taking that point, but आपको पता था कि ये 2 महीने के ये होने वाला है, उसके बाद join करना है, ऐसा नहीं कि मतलब ये this is a new news for you, but then as a somewhere you ideally should be looking to kind of shift as in from a person, but from mentality person, but अगर कुछ है मतलब if it is genuine, we can look at it. I'm not saying a no, but I have to discuss with it if it's a huge issue that you want to as in face. मतलब honestly I don't know why it is coming at this point, but ठीक है, we will consider, but if possible we will see, otherwise we will have to figure out. But is it a very big concern for everyone?
No.
As in,
I think you should look forward to joining.
as in because see,
सात का प्लान था हमारा,
हाँ,
सात का 21
सात से 21 हुआ है, so anyways, as in you folks as in the feedback about what you have done during the NFO, that OGP has been good. We will discuss this part and we'll see how it can be. So is it for Ankush, is it for you, as in is there any specific concern about university documents or something? ठीक है, हाँ हाँ ठीक है, वो एक बार देख लेते हैं, मतलब जो अगर लगा कि मतलब एक बार डिस्कस करके कि कुछ है ऑप्शन, बिकॉज दिस अगर मनीषा से बात करके विल लेट यू नो।
Sir, it will get 4-5 days rebate, so that we can easily
rebate 4-5 days
4-5 days extra मिलेंगे तो उसमें हम लोग शिफ्टिंग वगैरह और एडजस्टमेंट।
सर मतलब सिर्फ एक वीक
Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
8 week में you will be able to find your accommodation also.
Yes,
Right.
ज्वाइनिंग वाला 28 से कर सकते हैं.
Generally we
Yes,
don't
sir,
do
that's
after. See, the problem is for us 25th के बाद joining नहीं होगा. 25th to 31st कोई joining नहीं
Okay,
होगा.
okay.
अगर join करना तो इससे पहले करना. That's why
Financial
we
year,
will also.
financial year end.
पूरा financial year.
So your salary
because उस टाइम पे
will
वो
be
बहुत सारे problems हो
Yes.
जाते हैं, especially financial year ending आता है. तो उस टाइम पे कोई joining नहीं होता हमारे वहाँ पे. तो उसके बाद सीधा फिर अप्रैल में होगा. So that's why we've been also looking to for जितना दिन it's also you also losing your source of income, right? In a way, right? You are this is your first.
That's what I'm saying. You should look
So
forward
that's
to
why,
your
see,
first
it should be
salary.
very unanimous. ऐसा नहीं कि एक के लिए कर दिया दूसरे के लिए कर दिया मतलब. So that's why again 28 तो नहीं होगा फिर तो सीधा अप्रैल में जाओ.
I mean, I would look forward to my salary check. Not
Instead
postpone
of
it.
early join, you lose your seniority also in case you are delaying your that thing. As
Yeah.
Because earlier अगर 7 को ट्रेनिंग खत्म हो जाती तो because this delay was because of NISM exams का आपने
NOGT
नहीं
बहुत।
मिला. Otherwise we started on 7th, training ended on 7th. You were supposed to join on 8th.
As we discussed, we heard you, as in we heard the suggestions that you have received and your concerns of anything around the pertinent to joining. We will try our best to look at the request and make it possible. Okay. And we have all the dignitaries who have come, so I think we can.
Good afternoon, everyone. I, Jyoti Chir, Head Customer Experience IFM Fin Coach, on the behalf of SBI Mutual Fund and IFM Fin Coach, is here to welcome you all in this convocation ceremony. I take immense pleasure in announcing the presence of Chief Business Officer SBI Mutual Fund, Mr. DP Sir, Zonal Head North, Mr. Manish Sabharwal, and Lead HR Business Partner, Learning and Talent for SBI Mutual Fund, Mr. Ravi. It's great to be a part of this program that is Udaan, Gives Wings to Your Dreams, which is a stepping stone towards upskilling the youth, which is looking forward to build their careers in BFSI space. Innovative Financial Management, an awarded financial advisory firm with a vintage of 20 years and more than 7,000 customers, is here in this ceremony with its professionally built up team to felicitate the first batch of Udaan with us. I thank Mr. Iqbal Singh, the Managing Director of IFM, who himself took the responsibility to teach these students by applying his knowledge, tales of experience and skill set, and Ms. Amanjot Kaur, who has been a guide all through. One of the many domains of IFM under L&D is IFM FinCoach Global Private Limited, which is a boutique setup in coaching and training in the BFSI sector, and which is represented by subject matter experts who have achieved significant success in their respective professional careers. I thank Mr. Sukhjeet Singh Bajaj, CEO of IFM FinCoach, and Mr. Manoj Sehgal, Director IFM FinCoach, that the people who actually made sure that the flow of the program went as flawless as it could be. We are privileged to be the recruitment and training partner for SBIMF in strategic alliance with them under hire, train and deploy model. In the end, I welcome all the aspirants present here from different corners of India as the first batch of Udaan, and congratulate them for their wonderful performance in the NISM certification test. Thank you.
We had a small round of discussion, but then formal introduction and formal welcome. Welcome to the Udaan Batch 1, and welcome DP sir, welcome Manish sir, and welcome Iqbal sir, and all other dignitaries from IFM FinCoach. I think this is a unique moment in the AMC history that we are starting with this hire, train, deploy and develop model, because this is kind of making a payment for a lot of youth to come into this industry, and it's going to be an encouragement. So because, and this is a pivotal point, because this is going to be creating a lot of job opportunities for people in the upcoming years, because your success is going to be quite important, and it is going to create that kind of uproar in the market, so that this model can be taken by other AMCs also, as in to create more millions of job opportunities. So before we start, we just want to give how the mutual fund industry has started, and how the entire the legacy of SBI mutual fund have come in. So there are 3-4 phases in which this mutual fund industry has gone through transformations. So there are so the first phase is where this in 1963 this entire mutual fund concept came in. So that's where the UTI had was dealing from RBI, and IDBI took over, and the first mutual fund scheme of unit scheme 64 has come in. And then the second phase is where the public sector banks had come in, and SBI mutual fund has started in 1987. So after that, the phase 3 is where then SEBI as a regulator had come in 1992, and the private sector entities have started coming into this picture. So from 92 to 2003, that's where private sector companies started coming in, and there was a payment for mutual funds the interest for mutual funds have started, equity markets have started. From 2003 to 2014, the market started flourishing. And from 2014 is where the different reforms have started coming in, and that's where the entire market started picking up and becoming a huge industry per se. So today, it's if you look at the AUM, it's almost around 38.5 lakhs crores of AUM as a market, and still it is growing. So today the market grows YOY at between the 15 to 20%, and that's where so today, because of the kind of growth, and SBI also as a mutual fund as a company, we've been growing also every year on the YOY on the AUM at around 30% and beyond. So today you have an opportunity to grow, to get into an organization and to an industry which is growing. Okay, so imagine that you're going surfing, and you are surfing on a rising tide. You get that opportunity to grow along with that surfing tide. That's a fantastic opportunity that you have today. So you need to be kept as reminded and aware that this is one of the greatest opportunities that today is available in the market. So from here, this is the mutual fund industry growth that has happened. From here, how was the SBI mutual fund journey? So if you look at SBI mutual fund journey from 1987 onwards, so it has been steady growth up till 2000. If you look at around 2017. So if you, in 2018 we were fifth in the AMC industry. But from 2018 to 20, the kind of transformational growth that has happened. In 2020, we become number 1, and we are not becoming an indisputable player in the market, that we are the market leader. And as in right now, our benchmarks are ourselves to outshone ourselves in the market. So that's the kind of leadership and the kind of focus that has been brought in. And we are not just about talking about numbers, business also. In 2020, we've been certified as a great place to work. In 2021 also, we have been certified as a great place to work. And this year also, God willingly, we should be certified, and most probably the results will be out today. And that will be also it's kind of a hat trick where we will be a great place to work thrice in a row. So it is not just about business, it's fun. So I don't think there are many workplaces which we can be proud about that the industry is growing at a 20%, 15-20%. The company is growing at 30% at a business, and it is a great place to work also. So I think you are privileged to be part of the SBI mutual fund growth journey, and I am sure this kind of growth phase will be giving an accelerated career path for you in your careers also. So what made us? As in, there are 2-3 aspects that I want to talk about. I think I've mentioned during our initial inductions also. One is our vision, one is our mission, and then the values that we stay for. So our vision is to be the most trusted and respected asset manager. So that's what that we look from each one of us. Everyone has that responsibility to stay committed and be the trusted partner to your investors and the distributors. Okay. So that's why we have carefully coined that what are our values. So that if you remember in our first conversation itself, we have spoken. If you are to be trusted asset manager, you have the wealth of your investors with you. If that means that you have a lot of stake in ensuring that you stay committed and with integrity. That's why we have come with the coinage of values of stake, which is service, transparency, accountability, knowledge, and ethics. So this is something that you should remember because when you are going to interact with your investors, when you go into action, there will be always a question mark about can I be on the which side of the law. So always remember you are playing with some investors' money. You should be careful to be on the right side of the law, right side of ethics. So that's a critical aspect to it. So talking about how we reached kind of this kind of scale of being a market leader in the industry. It's through our employees, the kind of network that we have. So we have around 200 plus on-roll employees and 900 plus off-roll employees. That's the employee network, then the distributor network, and our leverage through our SBI branch networks, our brethren over there. So that's kind of, and the distributor channels and the ND channels and everything, that's a kind of network that helped us to build such a strong franchise, to build a sustainable kind of a business. Now coming to some interesting aspects about for you and especially that you are looking forward to, is the less life at SBI, SBI Mutual Fund. So there are 3-4 aspects that I want to cover. That's one is the learning, then the career, then the rewards and benefits, and inclusive workplace. Okay. So in the learning, like as I said, we are the front runners for this also because we are a market leader. We have the responsibility to get more employment and more opportunities for youth. So that's why like this is a classic example of investing in capability development. So NISM certifications, this program, we're gonna have quarterly connect, and not just this. Why not if you want to be a trusted asset manager, why don't you upskill yourself with CFA, level 1, level 2, level 3, FRM certifications? We are ready to reimburse for you, and it's not just for you. For every Salesforce today, this is a policy in the company. So this is kind of, and these are certifications are expensive, and this is where we are willing as a company to take that willingness to ensure that you can go for the certification, and we are happy to reimburse that part. So that's kind of commitment that we are showing for you to be more capable and be shown as a trusted manager for your investors. Can you, like for you today, that once you confirmed after your 1 year, depending upon your performance, you will be promoted to an assistant manager, and post that so based on your performance, you have a chance for merit-based promotions also. So something exciting, we had a chat with DP sir, so this is where we thought we will announce today. We set a CTC to you as a fixed of 3.5 per se, but then we did some benchmarks also. That's where we thought of today taking that opportunity. We have increased that. When you come to get your offer letters, you will see a different number. So what we looked at, we looked at different cities that you're going to be in. Some Delhi, because the kind of expenses will be different. Some other cities will be different, kind of expenses. Based on that, your CTCs have been revised, and it will be kind of coming as a surprise to you for per se. So this is something that
Undercommit and over-deliver.
Yeah.
So and majority of the industry, again, I'm saying, I'm just cutting you short. In the sense, so he's saying that do you want to announce now? I know you announce on that day only. So they have automatically by default CTC approximately 50% has gone up. So this is a good news for all of you.
One thing we didn't talk about it. There is an inbuilt around performance-based incentive which goes as a year 35% for your CTC. So what we are talking about 3.5, it's not 3.5,
Correct.
actually it's 5 plus.
Correct, correct. Now
Yes,
it has
yes,
gone
now,
to.
when we deal with a lot of companies, you know, this CTC comes to 8 lakhs. I'm just telling you. So whatever you are getting is because we have seen so many CTC. So यहाँ पे जो CTC मतलब आपके घर में आ रहा है, account में आ रहा है, all fringe benefits, all benefits they never include. So anyway, sir, good news. Thank you very much.
So congrats to all, and this is also your based on your performance with what Mr. Sir had shared after your OGTs are done. So we saw some people leaving, but we consciously stayed away from discussing this because it's not about some small numbers. It's about what you're going to join. Is it about small numbers you want to leave a training? That also shows about the kind of attitude the people carry. That's why we kept it for this, and the 17 people who are joined are going to get all these benefits. So once your confirmation is set, as DP sir has said, that there will be a performance bonus up to 1 lakh that you can gain, and it's kind of recurring every year. There's always a performance bonus component beyond your fixed salary. Once your confirmation is done, based on your performance, you can also get around a 15% hike, depending upon your performance per se. This is after 1 year. So think about it. Let's say if it's 4 or 4.5, again 15% after 1 year. So best-in-class insurance benefits we provide, based on benchmarks. If you look at all Mediclaim, personal life cover, all those benefits are already there. And then mobile handset reimbursement up to, there are certain limits to it, and then while bill reimbursements, and I'm talking about even if it is travel, everything is covered before your office work, those things are covered under the policy. So also we have festive celebrations, knowledge cafes where we get external speakers coming and talking to in the company. And then a lot of employee and family connect sessions that happens in the zone at a pan-India level. So it's not about just business, or it's not about salaries. We are creating a fun, engaged, and responsible workplace for you. So that's largely about the journey, about how the industry has started, what is SBI Mutual Fund, what is the life in SBI Mutual Fund, and how it is going to manifold to you, and how it's going to reveal to you when you join. So from here, I thought whether I should end here, or maybe I also can give a bit of experience about how a management trainee journey happens. So I've been in my previous experience handling the management trainee journey for one of the larger private sector bank and one large telecom company. So here I've been just drawing some experience and giving some tips that can be helpful for you. So in the current market, there are some skills that will help you to be, give an edge, to give an accelerated career path. So I'm talking from my experience also, because I also joined as a management trainee back in 2010, and there have been certain experiences that I've gone through, which maybe I'll share one of the experience and talk about what are the traits that can give you a kind of an edge. So I joined a boutique global consulting firm in 2010, very excited, doing well in the first 2-3 months, and after fourth month, MD called with the manager and with everyone, said, this division of the company is not doing well. You may, after 6 months, we might have to evaluate this performance, and they may have to take a call about, maybe shutting down this division. Not talking about any jobs per se. It's like for me it was like everything falling down. Okay, how do you react? Okay, how do you react, because you are a management trainee from Symbiosis, you have done everything right, and you joined a company, and suddenly this happening to you. That's where some of your experiences. That's I thought perseverance as a skill today is very important. So there might be a lot of challenges today. The change cycles are so fast today, like something like a COVID, something like different things that come in. To stay perseverant, like whatever happens, there's always a chance of positivity coming out. There's that chance that's going to come in. That's where you need to be cautious with whatever happens. Imagine you are on the first day of a test cricket, the ball swings. What you can do? You just have to play to your basics, stick together, and stay and hope that this spell shall pass through, and then things will come. So I come to the previous experience itself. After a month, what happened was there's a global from the it's a global company. There was a new assessment test that have come in, and there was an order that came from a global IT conglomerate, and they said they wanted to pilot it, but it was only 80% ready. Someone wanted to take a chance about how you go about and experiment it in market. That's where I put my hand up and said that I will take this chance. I will ensure that this gets done. But that required me to stay for 30 days, 24/7, giving support to every person because it's an IT conglomerate, people sitting across continents. So this has to be done. I have to stay 24/7 awake, almost like 30 days. So that's kind of the commitment that required. What it happened is this became a success, and in the next 6 months, so we got so many orders. Within the next 6 months, we covered our annual target and we reached 150%. So that's the time when you show your proactiveness. Okay, that's the second skill I want to talk about. When you show when your chips are down, when you show that proactiveness, when you get an opportunity, that's where you become a winner. Okay. So that's something that I want to share with you, that be proactive in your job. You get opportunities, talk to your seniors, talk to your branches, and discuss with them what you can bring as a difference into the organization or in your role per se. Because those things make a lot of difference. Because in the system, you are coming as a fresh blood. So what is that fresh blood bringing to us? So that's something, the second part. Third part, again, I'm connecting back to the experiences. So I was, they gave me a lot of recognition at that point of time. What happens, my boss was also very happy. He gave me this watch. Today morning, I was traveling, I was thinking, I was just taking the watch and sometimes select the watch. So I just thought this, I'm kind of addressing you, and that gave me a memory about my old days. This watch, my boss gave me as a recognition for what I had done at that point of time. The third thing that I'm bringing in, sometimes in life when success happens, okay, especially in the management training journey, one thing that I want to clarify is that when success happens, it kind of gets into your head, okay. You sometimes start disregarding the system or your manager saying that I know everything. This happens in the 6 months to 7 months, saying that okay, enough. I've started understanding. And maybe starting why this, why not this. These kind of spells come into your system. Okay. But remember, the life is not like a straight line, like everything happens. When you are going up, there will be if it's a crest, there's a trough that can hold a coming. That's what about life. Even our heartbeats are crest and trough, right? That's what God has created in that way. So there have been certain instances where when you fall down, at that point of time, these experienced people or this manager, these are people who come and help you to get back to the career back. So that's a third important point, is how to have that trust and creating that respect for people. Because in this business, trust is important. Trust with your fellow colleagues, with your managers, with your distributors. That's a very critical factor. You can't fake this. This is something that you should try to build, and this is genuinely should come out for you. And these three aspects, I feel that can give a lot of weightage. There are more skills that are required, like articulation, every other aspect, execution, everything. But these three things in today's circumstances, because the change cycles are rapid, I thought that has helped me and a lot of management trainees to be giving that edge over others. Okay, so that's something that I thought I'll clarify. I'm ending the speech with a small thought, which this is a quote from Rocky V movie. This is something that I felt, and it has influenced me a lot. It is not about how hard you hit. It is about how hard you can take hit and still keep moving forward. With this thought, I would like to end my speech, and once again a warm welcome and all the best to your careers. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for showcasing the already very bright future of SBIMF and these aspirants. And now I would like, please, address them.
Actually, thank you very much, DP sir, Ipalji,
and team from IFIN coach and all my team members. So I start with the Hindi couplets. कहते हैं ज़माने से जो डरते हैं ज़लीलो खार होते हैं, बदल देते हैं जो माहौल वो खुदार होते हैं, हजारों डूबते हैं ना खुदाओं के भरोसे पर, चलाते हैं जो खुद चप्पू वो अक्सर पार होते हैं. So we have to be our own flag bearer before being a flag bearer of SBI mutual funds. So I will speak for another 2-3 minutes because DP sir is here actually. Whatever we have today, that is what we have learned from DP sir. So probably he will much brighter lighting force for all of us. So probably there is a small story. आपने एक वो कहानी पढ़ी होगी अपने एक फादर होता है, वो डेथ बेड पे होता है, उसके 5 लड़के होते हैं, उसको बुलाता है, हाँ, तो कहते भी एक लकड़ी को तोड़ो, वो तोड़ देते हैं, फिर 5 को कहते नहीं तोड़ सकते. सो उसका मॉरल ऑफ द स्टोरी वाज यूनियन इज स्ट्रेंथ. इफ यू वर्क लाइक अ टीम, है ना, दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. टू बी अ टीम मेंबर इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. In team there is a different player actually, है ना, कोई फॉरवर्ड खेलता है, कोई गोलकीपर है, कोई मिडफील्डर है. Everyone has its importance, and the same is true in the organizations also. Management trainee, executive, managers, everybody has their roles actually they have to perform. So the actor, आपने वो शोले फिल्म देखी ना, उसमें आप जितने भी एक्टर देखेंगे all are classic, है ना. अगर असरानी ने भी एक्टिंग की है तो असरानी की एक्टिंग भी लोग आज याद करते हैं, है ना. क्यों? क्योंकि दे हैव डन बेस्ट इन दैट फिल्म, है ना. दैट इज व्हाई द फिल्म इज अ सक्सेस. एवरी कैरेक्टर इज इंपॉर्टेंट. तो वो कहानी वहां पे खत्म नहीं हुई. तो उसके फादर जब डेथ बेड पे थे तो वो एक कहते गाय दूध नहीं देती, ये बोला उन्होंने तो उनका डेथ हो गई. क्या बोला उन्होंने? गाय दूध नहीं देती. तो लड़के परेशान हो गए, कहते एक तो पापा हमें बता गए तो यूनियन हमें इकट्ठा रहना है, बट ये गाय दूध नहीं देती, इसका क्या मतलब है ना. इसमें भी कोई और ट्रेजर है जिसको हमें खोजना चाहिए. तो फिर अपने वो दोस्तों से मिले, उनके फादर के दोस्तों से मिले. तो एक जो उनका पुराना दोस्त था उसने बोला, कहता इसका मतलब ये है कि गाय दूध नहीं देती, इसका मतलब है अगर गाय से आपने दूध लेना है तो देन यू हैव टू वेक अप अर्ली इन द मॉर्निंग, है ना. उसके लिए चारा अरेंज करना पड़ेगा, पानी अरेंज करना पड़ेगा, फिर उसको धोना पड़ेगा, तभी गाय दूध देती है, अपने आप नहीं देती. द सेम इज ट्रू फॉर योर कैरियर आल्सो. एस्पिरेशन दैट इज परफेक्ट, बट यू कैन फुलफिल योर एस्पिरेशन ओनली इफ यू वर्क हार्ड, इफ यू वर्क स्मार्ट, इफ यू कीप ऑन अपडेटिंग योरसेल्फ. ओनली देन you can be a productive, only then you can be rewarded, only then you can be, so you are responsible for whatever you want to get. There is one classic movie called as The Secret. उसमें एक चीज बोली है, the principle of attraction. You attract only those things for which you think. If you think about success, if you think about commitment, if you think about achieving something, you will achieve that, है ना. शाहरुख खान ने बोला है कि अगर किसी चीज को आप शिद्दत से चाहोगे तो कायनात भी आपकी चाहना शिद्दत से है, और अपने तरफ से जो एफर्ट्स में वो कमी नहीं रहनी चाहिए. देन सुपर पावर इज देयर, सो ही विल डेफिनेटली रिवॉर्ड टू ऑल ऑफ. सो these words, I thank you to all of you and welcome you to the SBI Mutual Fund family. And this is a wonderful career. I remember 22 years ago, I also joined with the same rank which you are joining today. So what I am today, that is happened in last 22 year journey. So there is a career opportunity also, that has shown. I also joined a marketing executive, where today you are joining. So company has at that point of time, company's total AUM was less than 3,000 crore. Today's the mutual fund AUM only is 6,50,000 crore. Another 10 lakh crore under PMS. So big. And we are the leader in this business. And this has happened because the team SBI Mutual Fund has worked day in and day out with a single-minded devotion under the guidance of DB sir to create a mark. अपने life का कोई एक purpose होना चाहिए. The purpose is only we have to make the SBI Mutual Funds company to be reckoned. हमारी respect उसी के कारण. अगर कंपनी हमारी भी 40वें नंबर पे होती, 40वें उसमें, तो nobody will. So you are respected as your companies are. So we have to create a brand SBI Mutual Fund with our hard work, dedication, and the company is there to help you out in all. Thank you very much to all of you.
Thank you, Jyoti. Thank you very much. It's indeed a great privilege today with you and the first batch of Udaan. And it's a great privilege that it gives me an immense satisfaction that whatever vision and mission with which I started this IFM Think Coach Global Private Limited, we are achieving the milestones and we have to celebrate these milestones. 3 milestones we have achieved in this month. First milestone, we have trained 10,000 employees in last 2 years, almost. That is the first milestone. In this month, we have trained 4,000 employees of Kotak Mahindra from executives to managers, online, pan-India. And third milestone, with this kind of post-COVID opening up, we have activated our own largest campus in Mohali in 5 acre, which is global school. So this is the 3 things which we have done. But what is the vision? The vision is very clear that whatever we have learned over 20-25 years in Northern India, in banks, in institutions, what we should do for these agrarian states, whether we talk about UP, Rajasthan, Himachal Pradesh, Chandigarh, Punjab, Haryana, J&K. The agriculture growth is slowing down. In our total GDP, it is also shrinking now to only 17%. So what we should do differently? So with that objective, we started this company that we have to give back something to the community and the society. And Niyat to Murad. So Niyat was good. And all of you, you came from the institutions where you have paid a huge salary, a huge fees, then you don't have any surety. But here, everything is free. And that we have done it. So the point is that I want that from each and every family where our dependence directly or indirectly to agrarian sector, why don't we move one family member to the service sector? So with that objective, we started this company with a clear-cut vision of creating bankable professionals. Creating bankable professionals. Bankable, reliable, professional. I have already shared the definition of me for a professional, 2 things. From a book called The Professional, Subroto Bakshi. The first is that you are going to be a self-start. No dhakka start, no kick start. That means self-start. And I have seen the journey of SBI. Majority of the team is self-start. That's why they are the leader. So as a professional, you have to be a self-start, not kick start. Second definition of a professional, according to Subroto Bakshi, is that certifying that whatever work you have done correctly and efficient. So this is the second definition of a professional. So I look forward that these 2 things you have to be very clear that you should keep in mind. He talked about, there is one guy called Mahadev, in professional, the first chapter. I think जितनी भी लवारिस क्लासें हैं बेंगलोर में, वो उनको जिनका कोई नहीं है, उनका पाठ पूजा करके उनको प्रॉपर पुलिस बता देती है लवारिश है, वो कितने सालों से कर रहे हैं। एंड सुब्रतो बाकी सेड कि दिस इज ही इज द राइट प्रोफेशनल। दैट मीन्स कोई सुपरवाइज नहीं कर रहा, पुलिस बोल देती है लवारिश लाश है, इसको दफना दो, जो भी उसके रिचुअल्स हैं उसके साथ उसको कर दो, कोई इसको देख नहीं रहा, लकड़ कम लगानी है ज़्यादा लगानी है, कोई नहीं देख रहा। ही इज द ट्रू प्रोफेशनल। सो व्हाट आई एम सेइंग इज दैट सो व्हाट वी लुक फॉर इज कि यहाँ पे मनीष जी बैठे हैं, वहाँ पे बीपी जी बैठे हैं, बॉस बैठा है या ना बैठे, नो वी डोंट। आई वांट दैट यू शुड क्रिएट, एज मनीष जी हैज सेड, दैट यू शुड क्रिएट योर ओन, यू शुड बी अ ब्रांड ऑफ योर ओन, यू नो। पहले आप आओगे, योर प्रेजेंटेशन, सेकंड इज योर प्रोडक्ट, third is your company. You are going to be the first face of the organization. Secondly, so mission is to provide relevant skill set with minimum resources. ये disruption करी हमने. We have designed the course कि आपने 2 साल जो पढ़ा और जो मार्केट में चाहिए हमने 60 घंटे में कवर कर दिया in terms of skill, hard skill, soft skill. So with minimum resources means आपके पेरेंट्स के भी पैसे ना लगे, आपका टाइम भी बर्बाद ना हो, you know, आपके पैसे भी ना लगे, and it's a, you know, you should give a big round of applause. Let me share with you. I discussed with Mr. DP Singh on fees, and it's a very very bold step for him. He's saying we don't charge any fees from the student. No, so, and you are. I know the kind of product, and I was quite satisfied when I have seen the score in NISM in terms of external scoring and internal scoring. And we are going to elicitate 91% score. अच्छे लोगों का नहीं आता. So the point what I'm sharing with you, it's a good. So with the skill set, and it's nothing to do with only BFSI. We are doing this kind of an activity where we don't want to charge anything from this. We want, so with all banks we have HTD models now almost in place. At least now we require 200 students from northern India every month. And the challenge for us, and let me give compliment to Surjeet ji and Manoj ji and Jyoti, that इन्होंने मतलब 3 महीने 4 महीने आपको खोजने में, फिर उसको फिल्टर करने में बहुत, बिकॉज कोविड पीरियड था, वी आर अनेबल टू कनेक्ट टू द TPOs, you know, getting filtering from 7-8 states, you know, getting people, it's not an easy thing, but they have done a good job, and I have not even interfered in the whole process because I want it should be completely fair, I want it should be completely transparent, and that's why you are here. So I think you are ready, you are going to be productive from day one. 21 को ज्वाइन कर रहे हो, you are going to be productive, I am sure about it. Fine. So we have done reasonably well in our field with the grace of Almighty. I have already shared with you that what we want to do for this aggregation state, and again the competent team which I have already talked about, and the key learnings after spending 2 decades in this industry. Very key learning. And one thing I want to share with you. Yesterday, one of my clients, the clean cause, she was here with me. She's hiring executive, senior vice president and vice president above in visa in US. So she was in my office. She said, I recently have hired a guy as a vice president for visa at $1.1 million package. You know? So I asked her that what you have seen, you know, in that particular person when you have hired for visa. So 2-3 things which I want to share with you, and what people, global institutions, global organizations look at is a good team player, a person who can collaborate, who can pull across the team. And she's saying there is one bias which is called available heuristics. What does that mean is that even the US people don't know that something else world is also exists. So how you are cross-cultural, cross-religion, you know, cross, value system, how you will pull the teams, that is very, very important. So collaborative, team player, and empathy, this is very, very important to achieve good numbers. So the key learnings after spending 2 decades is a growth, which is highest, which is we are at the embryonic stage. This industry is tip of the iceberg. It's going to grow, and it's going to grow big way. So secondly, it's a knowledge industry. And the best part, if somebody, or if I'll say that the best part of my learning is that this is the only industry where you learn the maximum. According to global industry classification standards, there are 11 industries across the globe. This is the industry because you are interacting with a different set of people. You learn so much. Yesterday I addressed one of the company motivational speech I did for 2 hours. Gujarat Pesticides, their top management was there from Pan India. And so what I want to share with you is that, before taking the session, I have to sat with the managing director and understood about the pesticide industry. So you are getting trained. So different industry, different sector, and different people, you will learn so much. And I'm admitting right now that whatever, I am the advisor to my all big clients, but I really saying that I am learning from them giving something to them back. So the point is, this is the industry where the kind of interaction you are going to have with the diversified people, industry, companies, it's going to be a great learning. And as Manish ji said, humbleness is the most important, and that is very, very important. Then positive frame of mind, never criticize competitor. This you should keep in mind, and this is my learning. Number speaks louder than the words. आज किसी ने नोबल लॉरिएट्स ने को बताना नहीं पड़ता कि मेरे को साथ वाले को मेरे को नोबल लॉरिएट मिला. आज किसी को बताना नहीं पड़ता कि SBI is the leader in the marketplace. Number speaks louder than the words. And वो number के पीछे बहुत मेहनत. It won't come. You can't be leader. You can't be remain on the top. So to retain that position also you have to put 100% effort, and you should do that. And you should be also ready for the failures and setback. That is very, very important. Because वो होंगे. It's not going to be straight line. Straight line तो मतलब dead है. Ups and down होंगे. ECG में. तो उसको आपने कैसे झेलना है? तो ये प्रोग्राम का नाम conceptualized by रंजू जी उड़ान, इन्होंने दिया ये नाम. तो मैं ये सोच रहा था कि एक शेर है छोटा सा, कहते हैं बागे हवा से मत घबरा ए उगाब होता है चील. क्या है? बागे हवा से मत घबरा ये उबाग, ये चलती है और ऊंचा उड़ाने के लिए. ठीक है ना? एडविंड्स आती है ना, ऊपर और उड़ती है. तो आपने उससे घबराना नहीं है. सो ग्रिट एंड टेनेसिटी इज व्हाट विल टेक यू अहेड, एंड नेवर गिव अप एटीट्यूड. दैट इज वेरी, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. And that you should keep in mind, and in fact I will recommend that Attitude is Everything by Jeff Keller. ये सबने पढ़नी है, छोटी सी पूंजी बुक है, ये बहुत जरूरी है. So we are happy that you have been inducted in this organization, which value knowledge and believe in doing business ethically. I am dealing with all the asset management companies, being the largest distribution in North. So 2-3 things. One, which Ranjuji shared, the best place to work 3 years in a row, and they are growing much faster than the industry sector, maybe at 30% rate, and your growth is also going to be the same if you will perform and deliver. And Stack, which he has shared with you. So we are witnessing this organization from many years. So you can also occupy the top and leadership role. And I'm very, very, very happy that I have a long association with Mr. D.P. Singh, who is heading this organization in Bombay from last 10 years. And he started his career from Chandigarh. So it's a proud moment. again for Manish ji also, who is heading this Northern India. So we feel very proud and very happy from heart that they have, and that has not happened because that has only happened because of sheer hard work, focus, sincerity, positive attitude, humility, dedication, passion, teamwork, patience, smart work, discipline, and above all, grace of Almighty. ये सारी चीजें तो चाहिए, इसके बिना नहीं होएगा. So we wish you best of luck for your bright future, and we feel proud. And once you are at the top position, and this organization definitely give you to reach at the top position because of the fairness in the organization. So with these words, best of luck for your future endeavor, and we would continue to guide you, advise you, and any issue, any challenge, you can reach out to me, to my team, so that we also want that in your career progression, we will be Sathi with you. With these words, thank you very much. Before DP Singh will start, I want 2 minutes of my colleagues who are here. Atul Gupta ji, who is a chartered accountant, Chandigarh se pehle chartered accountant and company secretary, and done lot of global acquisitions worldwide, and he is a strategic advisor in Delhi, merger and acquisition. And Anand Lakhotia ji, who is a chartered accountant by profession from SRCC, E&Y, and one of the guys who has done investment banking guru. He is my partner in investment banking business, and we are opening an IPO of Jeevan Sikho Life Care Private Limited of Acharya Manish, 220 crore IPO this month. So he is leading that. So I want, before DP Singh start, I just want 2 minutes of theirs, that what they want to convey, because their experience. And another guy is Sandeep Jain, who is heading my NBFC business. He is also supposed to be here. Again, auditor for all FMCG companies, and recently Bharat Pay has acquired 20% stake in his NBFC. So I don't know if he will come, then he will join. Atulji 2 minutes, then Anand Lakhotia 2 minutes. Then I think I request DP Singh, completely informal way, and it's an opportunity for all of you, to ask any question also. Over to you.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. It's heartening to catch up with DP Singh, whom I met long time back in Chandigarh. So I am basically chartered accountant and company secretary. That's right. These are the entry qualifications. But the kind of the growth which I have seen under the leadership of DP Singh in the mutual fund industry, and 650,000 crores on the mutual fund side, on the PMS side 10 crores, speaks volumes, as what you just said. So you guys, you are putting entrepreneurs in yourself, and you are boarding on a train, and the journey is going to be very, very exciting. And with IFM having given you the training and all that, it's only tip of the iceberg. And my best wishes to all of you. And I come from Chandigarh, therefore, as they say, the birds of the same flock must fly together. I am part of the IFM team. I sit out of Delhi. I do a lot of other works also. But then as a strategic advisor to IFM, I bring in certain perspectives from the strategy side. I have handled not many merging acquisitions, capital and all that for various corporates. So my best wishes again to the SBI team to giving this opportunity to the budding entrepreneurs here, and without charging any fee. That speaks volumes about the passion with which you basically want to induct this budding entrepreneurs. So all the best.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Anand Lakhotia, chartered accountant by profession. When I changed my profession basic practice to merchant banking side on capital markets. That was 2010. I could realize जैसे जितना digital हो रहा है, everything getting digital, so it is very difficult for me to practice alone. और आप सब लोग यहाँ बैठे हैं, आप सब लोग जो हैं वो digital, you are the guys who understand digital. अगर आप मेरा मोबाइल है, शायद मैं वो चीज़ें नहीं कर पाऊँगा जो आप लोग कर लें, right? So getting digital, so that is why अगर आप देखें SBI, everybody has evolved. Or we have reached SBI, as I said, it's an institution. It's not a bank, it's a mutual fund. It's an institution. You learn a lot. You are lucky guys कि आप लोगों को यहाँ पे काम करने का मौका मिला। अभी आप काम कैसे करेंगे? अभी आपने just learn. आप IFM से आपने कोचिंग ली है, correct? So you are learning, and अभी आप join करेंगे, you will still be learning. So keep on learning. Very important. जिस दिन आपने कहा कि मेरे को सब आ गया, उस दिन भी finished. और सबसे important है reading. Read बनाएं, because आप लोग जिस इंडस्ट्री में हैं, that is customer oriented. Right? So customer come first. कुछ हो सकता है गलत भी बोल रहा हूँ, सही भी बोल रहा हूँ, whatever. ठीक है? So आपको क्या करना है कि उसकी जो प्रॉब्लम्स को सॉल्व करें. I could reach here because I know that there is a problem everywhere, but I could give solution to my clients. I have multinational clients also, I have big clients also. But I used to give, E&Y never, E&Y problems के साथ रहता था, but I used to give them solution. This is how we can do it. Now let's call E&Y and discuss with it. So start giving solutions. अपने even in your life also, problem सबके साथ मेरे साथ भी, आपके साथ भी, कहीं ना कहीं problem है. But there has to be some solution. Find the solution, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. As I said, customer is the king. We are here on top because हम customer oriented हैं. हमने change किया अपना. EPC के साथ reports करेंगे कि how we have changed ourselves. वरना SBI को समझ आता तो ये नहीं करेंगे, but they have also changed. Digital world है. Everything is on tips. आप मोबाइल खोलो तो आपको सब कुछ मिलता है. एक चीज मांगो 10 चीजें मिलती है. एक टिप मांगो 10 टिपें मिलती है. 10 टिप मिलती है, but आपने बेस्ट खोजना है. Learning नहीं छोड़नी. Please read. You have to give solution, but obviously since you are the sector में आप financial, you have to read your financial. There are parameters, legal parameters. You can't go beyond that. So keep on learning and keep on enjoying life. I think you are in the right institution, and I hope you have the brightest futures you all. Thank you.
So let me invite DP Singh ji now. Give a big round of applause for.
Thank you. Dear Iqbal ji, Madam Deep ji, Manoj Sehgal, Kotia ji, Gupta ji, Jyoti, and my dear friends who have joined this company today. So, heartiest welcome to you all. Right? This is a very, very proud moment for me personally. Right? I'll explain why. When you told me about the mission, what did you say? Stake. Service, transparency, accountability, knowledge, and ethics. When you say service, right? Service को इंग्लिश में कुछ भी बोलते हैं, और अगर आप हिंदी में जाके बोलना उसको बोलते हैं सेवा. So that's what Iqbal ji is doing in Chandigarh. Big round of applause for him. He is servicing you all. He is given, actually, I tell you, when we had this first idea how to recruit people from that region and how to recruit people and how to upskill them before they come on board, we discussed a lot. And we actually there should be some skin in the game, and there will be some money to be paid by the candidates. कुछ फीस लेते हैं ताकि उनको लगे कि उनका बीच में है. So I don't know the name also. Then one complaint went to the chairman of State Bank of India that SBI Mutual Fund is asking for money for recruiting people. Okay, that was the one complaint. So then this complaint came and said, forget about, don't get into it. We have to serve people, we have to create skilled professionals. Because that time when we are skilling, where is the guarantee that the people will stay back or not? And we had this thing that we want to upskill people. We'll be serving the community, we'll be serving the people. And if they become a skill, that itself is a a sense of satisfaction for all of us. So we did that, and I'm very, very happy because this was a unique pilot. This is the first time I'm here in this company for the last 83 years. And this is the first time ever that we are having this model, and this is a pilot which we may make it very, very big, because once you become in a pilot you are successful, then you want to take it to the next level. And today, when we are having 2,000 employees, when you was talking about, we have 1,200 people. We are not a bank. We are not an insurance company, right? We are a mutual fund company which works in B2B model mostly, business to business. We are not business to consumer, business to customer. We are B2B, but we are B2B2C as well. Okay, we have to serve the customers as well. So we'll be doing that, and the growth has been phenomenal. God has been very, very kind to the company. As Manish was talking about, when we joined our journey way back in 98, 99, this company was just 2,000, 3,000 crore company, and today it is 6.5 lakh crores only in AUM, and 10 lakhs in and the company is so good that whosoever heads this company from State Bank of India also, they also get promoted. Even the today's chairman of SBI was the MD of SBI Mutual Fund. So this company produces leaders, and then there is one MD of the State Bank of India who was the MD of SBI Mutual Fund. Now coming back to the business, this business is absolutely a business where you can create a lot of value. You being youngsters, you can create lots and lots of value. You can create wealth for people. It's a very, very noble work. Today, we are not in a socialistic society. Neither we are in socialism, nor we are in completely capitalistic, right? India is something in between. And wealth managers are respected at every level. Anybody who creates wealth for others is to be respected. This is what Prime Minister of India also keeps on saying. Our leadership also keeps on saying, and you are the wealth creators indirectly, right? Today, if say India is growing, India is having a great growth story. If you are an employee, I am an employee. If we have to participate in the growth story, how to do that? We can participate in the growth of the country, growth of the economy, only by participating into the equity markets. And equity markets is not simple. The people veterans are there. It's not simple. You can't. There are very, very good ethical people, and there are scoundrels as well. There are people who have come to defraud you. So what is mutual fund doing? Mutual fund is doing all the filtering on your behalf of investors.
Sir, morning.
Morning, sir. Morning. Welcome. So, sir is the general manager of State Bank of India, who heads this institution.
Okay. So nice of you, sir. Nice
So,
facility.
Very nice.
Thank you very much for hosting us.
It is yours.
Thank you. Thanks for providing us all the facilities. So we know each other for years, for
yes,
decades.
when I was in Dehradun.
Yeah. So for decades. So sir, just to give you an information, see this is a group of people whom we have recruited from the market.
Yeah, wonderful.
And we have, before taking them on board, we have given them 1 month training. The way we are being trained in State Bank of India as induction course for 1 month and this and that. All these values we have got from State Bank of India. State Bank of India is the only institution in the country even today. Every other bank will get the employees on board, give them 2 days, 3 days online training, and tell them to work. State Bank of India still has, and there is a batch of 180 probationary officer is going on.
180.
180, yeah. 118 probationary officer of State Bank of India who have been brought in here in this facility for number of days, 2 weeks, and 2 weeks just to give them the training on the credit processes. So we also draw the same values from our parent. We will keep on providing you tailwinds, but you have to be ready for headwinds, what you were saying. So that's the way. Organization will provide you all the tailwinds. In a way, we will provide you all the tailwinds in the shape of best performance. We will provide you all the tailwinds in the shape of best of the class trainings. We will provide you all the tailwinds in the
shape of the best compensation, the best place to work, the fun factor, the competitive, positive competition within the teams, and you are going to be the leaders of this organization. We have worked, Manish and me, we have worked for 20 years, right? So we have created that. Now this is the responsibility of the people who are coming today to take it forward and continue to retain the leadership position which has come. You will be working in various channels. As Ranju was talking about, we have an IFA channel, we have State Bank of India. Group channel itself is the most robust channel. He was showing 23,000 branches. Recently, we created history. We launched one fund which was called Balanced Advantage Fund. Highest ever collection was done in that fund in the history of mutual funds. Ever since it has come, we collected 15,000 crores, 14,500 crores to be precise, in the NFO, and 50%, more than 50% came from State Bank of India, where the people from, and who was hand-holding those people in State Bank of India with all the skill set? People like you, who are going to the branches, telling the officials, this is what is to be done, this is not to be done. All those things you will keep on doing, and it's an immense sense of satisfaction that we are going to have these people who will be on job from tomorrow. And regarding compensation, we tell you only the basic compensation, right? You will get the performance-linked incentive. You will get medical insurance that is there for you and your family, right? Your parents, your siblings, you can have it. You will have a life insurance cover, right? We don't need to have it. And I tell you, with this organization, the heart of this organization is so big. Recently, we all were, we had this unfortunate COVID situation, and we also lost 3 of our colleagues in this. And we already had the life insurance cover, so that, but the management went ahead and decided, over and above which is already provided for, over and above what is being done, we will pay 20 lakhs more to every family which is there. So from their own, because profit is what? Profit is for the people, by the people, and see why not to do that. So it's a very, very empathetic organization, draws the values from State Bank of India, and this is, today we are here because of the facility which is being created by State Bank of India, and we believe in the group synergy. Day before yesterday, Iqbalji, we had a meeting in Bombay. It was a unique meeting. All the group companies of Tata Group and all the group companies of SBI. We had a joint meeting. How to create value. The people from Tata Sons, Tata Chemical, Tata Motors, Voltas, Vistara, whatever you name any company, all the CEOs were there. And from bank side, the corporate banking group, the SMEs, the payment system, the mutual fund, insurance, general insurance, cards, everybody was there. They were mingling on how to create value for each other. So we are the leaders, we deal with leaders, we create value. And you will get immense opportunities to be with the leaders, and it's up to you. Again, everybody has said, Manish has said, Mr. Lakotia said the same thing, keep on reading, Mr. Gupta said the same thing, right? You keep on investing in yourself. We as an organization will spend on yourself for selfish purpose, that you perform well so that the company gets better. This is in your own interest to perform well and get the knowledge. Keep on reading, keep on investing in yourself. Ranju said, you do CFA, you do FRM, you do whatever you want to do. We'll take the cost on ourselves. Whatever is the cost, we'll give you the opportunity to be trained in the best of the institutes in the country and abroad. We do a sales meet every year, which unfortunately has happened, it didn't happen for the last 2 years. But it's you have to believe it to be there, to see it. You have to see it to believe it, right? So you have to be there. You will be part of all those the kind of energy which is generated in that. So that keeps everybody charged for the whole year. That much energy is created. So it's a great place to work, not theoretically, in a real sense. You will find the whole ethical team. You will find the best of the investment team. You will get to know the investment team, the way they work, right? Today our numbers, as Iqbalji was talking about the numbers, let the numbers speak for themselves. Today when we talk about the mutual fund industry, the so-called leaders, which used to be HDFC and ICICI. Today, they are 2 lakh crores behind us in the mutual fund business. In the PMS, we are 10 lakh crores. Okay, the second is 20,000 crores. That is the gap. The other one is 2%. So that's the organization you are getting in. You must feel proud of it, and you must carry this pride in yourself, and you must be upfront and telling that I am working for SBI Mutual Fund, and try to add value to whomsoever you speak. Dealing with the channels and other things, those are different skill set which needs to be there. So we'll keep on training for that. But I wish you all the very best. Great job, and once again a big thank you to Iqbalji and his team for giving the opportunity. By the way, when I wanted to keep it little interactive, but for the sake of lack of little time, I'm not able to do that now. But maybe offline, or we'll keep on meeting, we'll interact also. Thank you very much, and all the very best. God bless you.
Give some message. Sir should also give some. There is a World Economic Forum in France, so I was lucky enough to be selected with them. And Mr. Khare, who's the chairman, and I was with them for 7 days. You know, we have taken khana bhi kathe khaya. He's the chairman of SBI today. And Mr. Khare, Mr. Kannan, Mr. Ram, ये इनके MD थे सारे. So मैं 6-7 दिन उनके साथ रहा हूँ. You know, with discussions, you know, lot of interaction, exchange, idea, and world leader तो थे वहाँ पे. So I'm saying they will not only the employees, but they take care their partners also. Over to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Singh साहब कहेंगे? अच्छा, तो thank you, Saurwal ji, Singh साहब, and welcome to you, people, to the SBI group. Actually, in the bank, what happens is, like, I have been working for 35 years plus. So once you join SBI, you stick in it. So this is a wonderful family, if I say. Like we have got SBI, then so many associates. One of them is mutual fund, which is doing very well. I would just give you a few points about what we do in SBI, mainly here. See, this is a Apex Training Institute. Just give you a background of the training. It is headed by a CGM Bank official based in Mumbai, and we have got 6 Apex Training Institutes like this, then 50 regional training institutes. So training in the bank is very, very important. It is a continuous planned process, and in fact it's very proactive also. We see what is happening in the environment, and then we develop courses or small capsules for our people so that they can be trained in whatever is happening in the banking industry and in the markets. We are not into mutual fund as a training institute, but we deal in credit, international banking, compliance and risk, which is a very important area for us. So generally I would say that Sir has already given you valuable inputs from our side as a learning and developmental organization of the bank. We would request you to believe in 2 things. First is knowledge, second is your skill. But one thing is more important than this. Can you guess? Learning to ho hi raha hai. Very good, confident. Attitude is what I want to hear. Attitude is very important. If you have a positive attitude in this world, even in hell you'll be able to survive, isn't it? There are a lot of stories about it. So have a positive bent of mind, positive attitude, and as Sir said, keep upgrading yourself. CFA karo, PRM karo, FRM karo, whatever you want. The company is willing to pay everything. So upgrade yourself and be mobile, be always learning. And the synergy between the mutual fund and SBI is so much that, as he said, almost 50% business comes from the bank. So you'll have to maintain that synergy, and a lot of business opportunities are there in the bank itself. for you. So I wish you all the best in your careers, and try to grow, do well, and that's all. Happy happy life in the bank. One thing personally I would say, try to be always happy. जिंदगी में खुशी मेन है. Buddha went for bliss. At least go for happiness. तो happiness आप भी रहोगे, आस पड़ोस भी happy रहेंगे, काम भी अच्छा होता है. See, if you are happy, you try to keep your team also happy, and you control anger. Anger is your enemy, so don't be angry. Anger को हटा दो, गुस्से को, और happiness फैलाओ. That's all. Welcome again. Thank you.
Before we will hand over the certificate of completion of Udaan training program, I would like to invite Aman to speak for 2 minutes and message you want to convey. Then Manoj ji, and final word from Bajaj ji, 2 minutes, and then we will proceed for handing over the certificates and letter of appointment. And we also want to give a special recognition who have scored first, second, and third position in your batch from IFM side, which I committed to do that. We will honor that also.
Formal welcome to all of you, and thank you for, I'm in August company, I should say, listening to you all. So I think everybody has covered all the points, and I just have 2 inputs to make. One is, as the sir said, I think attitude is most important, and be happy. Also, I think I would add is that, apni kismat khud banao, get lucky. And how do you do that is, you've got all the inputs, but there are 2 more things that I will just add on. One is increase your luck surface area, as it is called, right? So you are working in an environment. So what you need to do is increase your surface area, so that the probability of luck striking is more. And how do you do that? I think you've already got the inputs, relationships, how you build relationships, how you interact with customers. I think the key lies there. The moment you're able to connect with your customers, I think the magic happens, right? And how do you do that? I think again the inputs, empathy. You have to listen, just not hear. And once you do that, once you build relationships, you value those relationships, I think the luck will come to you. आप जो दोगे वो वापस जरूर आएगा, right? So believe in that. And I think everybody mentioned about secret, being positive, and that is what works. And you have to believe in that. And the second, I think, point is another concept, which is, you all know the concept, power of compounding. You know that?
Yes.
Yeah? You know that? You talk about that to your customers. क्या होता है power of compounding? What matters? What matters in power of compounding? Why the wealth grows? Because you are investing something every day, every month, over a period of time. Do that in your life, right? Learn one concept. Everybody talked about learning one concept, reading something new, listening to something new. Get that thing into your life, and you see, how you come out as a beautiful being. As a beautiful professional, beautiful being, great human being. And believe that, when you're talking to customer, power of compounding, question yourself, कि मैंने वो किया कि नहीं किया अपनी life में, right? And it works everywhere. It works in your health, it works for your money, it works for your learning, everywhere. So believe that, compound your power, compound your power by learning. That's what, these are my 2 inputs. And remember, in power of compounding, 1 जरूरी है. मतलब आपका 100% जाना चाहिए. अगर वो नहीं होगा ना, तो then the formula will not work. 1, so the N is important and 1 is also important. So these are my 2 messages. So I think it's great to have you all, and hope your journey continues. It flourishes, I will say, and keep learning and keep interacting with the teams, so that you know what's happening around, and I will say, find your own mentors. अगर आपको mentor नहीं मिलता तो खुद ढूंढ लो. Shadow somebody. If you know the branches, you know the people, shadow somebody. Find your mentors and start learning, because your learning should not stop. Right? So thank you so much, and thank you DP sir and everybody for organizing this, and I think making it special for you. I think it's a real special opportunity for all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Respected seniors, So everyone has spoken about each and every point what a banker needs. That's a customer service is most important. And one thing you have to keep in your mind while doing a customer service, that you are the gatekeepers, and that's not your own money with whom you are playing. You are playing with somebody else's money. So take care of customers' money, take care of customer interest. I'm sure customer will give you more business. Keep on thinking another one point in your mind, give best service to the customer. And whether you work in any organization, that customer will move along with you. आप customer का birthday हो, उसकी anniversary हो, just a small message or a bouquet from your side will create a difference. Thank you all for bearing us for 1 month. And I'm sure the way you have shown your progress in attempting question papers of INSM in our group as well as while appearing for the final test, you have done a wonderful job. We thought that everybody will score over 80%, but I'm happy that few of them would be able to score 80% above marks and achieve and get the prize money which Mr. Iqbal has committed to you all. All the best, guys, and do well in your future. Any support required, we are just a phone call away. 24/7, you have our numbers with you, and we'll keep on interacting with you in a quarter. All the best, guys.
Final word from our CEO. Give a big round of applause.
Thank you so much for everybody and those who are present out here. And I don't think so I should be taking much of a time when everybody and all seniors, accomplished people, they have spoken. And I need to conclude only with few words that just make sure that you have your feet on the ground, heads on the shoulder, and numbers in your pocket. And I say numbers in your pocket means the business targets that you're going to get, achieve that. And these three things will take you everywhere and anywhere. Thank you so much.
He has internal scores of 82% and NISM scores of 79%. He says that he's good at basketball and stand-up comedy, and he believes in that his will to achieve everything is all that he needs.
नहीं सर, ये टॉप के मीडिया प्लेयर है दिल्ली के.
Adhiraj Singh, who hails from Lucknow and pursuing MBA from Shri Ram Swaroop Memorial University. Internal scores are 75% and NISM scores are 73%. Hobbies are photography, volleyball, music, and he believes in success is a result of belief in one's own self.
आप निकाल के दे दो, फिर अच्छा, बाद में हम कवर बाद में जाते, वहाँ कवर लेते जाएंगे. कवर लेते जाना यहाँ से.
Aman, who hails from Palwal, Haryana, has an internal score of 76%, NISM score 84%, hobbies are cooking and basketball, and he believes in whatever happens for the best.
It's the best thing happening.
Probably.
What do you think the best?
Ankush Kumar hails from Agra, UP. Internal score 73%, NISM scores 77%. Hobbies are sketching and listening to music. Believes in being self-sufficient.
Take the cover.
Anshit Chugh, coming from Jalalabad, Punjab. Internal scores 84%. NISM scores 69%. Hobbies are traveling, listening to music and cooking, and he believes in the mighty universe. Anshu Gupta from Jaipur, Rajasthan. Internal scores 82%, NISM scores 69%. Hobbies are reading, playing chess and badminton. Believes in one can create one's own identity. Anurag Mathur, coming from Lucknow. Internal scores 82%, NISM scores 66%. Hobbies are football, watching movies. Believes in being a Pollyanna of happiness.
Take the cover.
Dheeraj Jain, internal scores 88%, NISM scores 54%. Unfortunately, he could not join us today.
He lost his grandmother last night.
Harsh Mehta, coming from Jaipur, Rajasthan. Internal scores 78%, NISM scores 78%. Hobbies are cricket, music and travelling. Believes in smart work over the hard work.
राजस्थान का नाम आपने उठाना है. I like the Poddar Institute student. So keep it up.
Harsimran Jot Kaur from Malerkotla, Punjab. Internal scores 80%, NISM scores 71%. Hobbies are anchoring, modeling and writing. Believes in happiness through charity.
She's from UMS, Chandigarh.
Manish Singh from Rewari. Internal scores 82%, NISM scores 91%. Hobbies are gaming, traveling and pet care. Believes in everything that happens is meant to be. Muskan Saini from Delhi. Internal scores 71%, NISM scores 63%. Hobbies are cooking, gardening and traveling. Believes in the power of human will. Neha Agarwal from Jaipur, Rajasthan. Internal scores 75%, NISM scores 73%. Hobbies, painting and believes in what comes around goes around. She believes in karma. Jaipur. Parvinder Singh from Karnal, Haryana. Internal score 61% and he is yet to showcase his NISM results. Hobbies, traveling, volleyball and bhangra. Believes in infinite potential. Pranjal Singh, unfortunately, he too is not with us today. He has scored 65% in NISM and 61% in internal scores. Sahil Basi from Nalagarh, Himachal Pradesh. Internal score 75%, NISM score 76%. Hobbies are traveling, music and cricket. Believes in following your dreams and never giving up on them. Sakshi Rathore from Jaipur, Rajasthan. Internal scores 71%, NISM scores 72%.
Poddar Institute.
Hobbies are cooking, music and reading. She believes in self-love and self-care. time to reward the top 3 performers. The person who is at the 3rd rank is Abhishek Singh. The first runner-up is Aman with a score of 84% in Now welcoming the topper of the batch, Manish Singh with a score of 91% in So this is how we end our rewards and recognition round. Thank you everyone. Thank you so much.
Your offer letter you will receive today itself and join as early as possible. And as I told you, and we have made it 3.5 to 4 and 4 to 4:50. People who are into the thing, and this is the basic CPC plus, as I told you, other purposes as well as the incentives. As an executive, it should be more, but once you become a system manager, sky is the limit. More you do, more you get. All the very best. God bless you all.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much all the team member DP Singh, who actually came from Delhi, Bombay, sorry, and Rawat ji. So we may interact for 5 minutes because again we have kept lunch at 2, but we can move to for a lunch also, and there we can interact. Or is it possible campus?
We need to get a group photograph.
A group photograph, and if the round of campus, if you before we will go for a lunch.
हमको दिखाते हैं मतलब हमारी प्रॉपर्टी कितनी बढ़िया बनाई है फॉर द सेक ऑफ नॉलेज एंड स्किल.
So let's have.
We have very big collection in our library. We have 17,000 books here, 11,000 in English and 5,000 in Hindi. And apart from that, we are having 50 plus magazines and 7-8 e-databases in our library.
Thank you very much.
Weekly things that we are publishing.
Yes, one more thing, one newsletter we are publishing in every week, which is related to economy, banking, specifically SBI, RBI, latest news we compile in that. Thank you.
So it is available on the website, SBI website, weekly
it's
or?
available on our website and Times पे भी चलता है सर इसका link.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
round table classroom. Sometimes we perform quiz and interactive programs. There are purely classroom. This type round table, there are some interactive programs or quiz sessions, something like that, or something like entertainment activities.
So you have POs coming in and also
yeah, it is continuous process, right?
This side, please. If you could just give your attention this
and as well as the experienced staff coming from up to DJ, assistant manager, deputy manager, then we have a manager, AGM, then chief DGM. So all these 5-6 level, they are continuously coming here, and some trainings are being given to them. And apart from this, since last 2-3 years, we have gone global. From Asian countries, banks from different Mauritius, everyone is coming here for their trainings. Thank you. So for you new guys, there are they are recorded here, so you can find how the State Bank of India has come forward from the last 200 years. 1806 it was founded. Then this Presidency Bank of Madras, Presidency Bank of Bengal, Bank of Calcutta, the names have been changed several times, and since 1956 this new State Bank of India structure has been designed, and it has gone a long way. See, the private sector banks, they are born with technology. But State Bank has the legacy of more than 200 years. And if you Google, you will find State Bank of India is the second oldest company after Wadia Group. Wadia Group still existing after 1730s. It has been established in 1736. Second, another company is there, but they are no more now. Second is impression on this service of bank of State Bank, but still it is going on. New generation people, they are not coming to. They are coming for. Imagine any development in any country without contribution of, you can say, our country without contribution. Country हो, airport हो, education हो, roads हो, जो भी. We have presence, we have contribution, we have development. And if we want to infrastructure, so India has everywhere.
If it happens in once, that is a mistake, and if it's happened second time, it's the stupidity. So we should avoid that. We should be conscious about that. And the learning can only, because during 60-hour training in last 1 month, probably you have learned a lot of new terms, phrases. So we as a finance professional, we should able to respond to all the financial terms. अगर नहीं पता तो then we should able to relate that कि अच्छा इसका अगर इस context में है तो इसका ये मतलब हो सकता है, मैंने पढ़ा नहीं है but it should be like that. We should able to, इसलिए वो डिक्शनरी आती है, इकोनॉमिक्स की, फाइनेंस की डिक्शनरी आती है. वो उस फाइनेंस की डिक्शनरी का तुम्हें हर वर्ड आपको पढ़ना चाहिए, उसका मतलब क्या है. That is very very important. तो इस अगर आप if you want to be a true professional, then you have a true knowledge also. एक्सपर्ट किसको बोलते हैं? जो बड़ी बड़ी टर्म्स की बात करता है उसको एक्सपर्ट नहीं बोलते. एक्सपर्ट इज अ पर्सन हु इज एबल टू एक्सप्लेन द कॉम्प्लेक्स थिंग इन अ वेरी सिंपल वे. दैट इज एक्सपर्ट. और वो एक दिन में नहीं आएगा. आज अगर को आपने म्यूचुअल फंड जाना तो आपको बड़ा टफ लगेगा. म्यूचुअल फंड ये होता है, इसमें फंड मैनेजर होता है. ये तो नहीं पता फंड मैनेजर क्या है, कैसे मैनेज करता है. आप एक्सपर्ट तभी बनेंगे अगर जिसको म्यूचुअल फंड के बारे में नहीं पता उसको भी आप उसकी लैंग्वेज में, उसके वर्ड्स में, उसकी लेवल पे आके समझा पाए. दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. दैट इज द ब्यूटी ऑफ द सेल्स पर्सन. ठीक है ना. वो हम जब किसी के पास जाते हैं तो जो घर में हाउस होल्ड काम करने वाली उससे भी हम इन्वेस्टमेंट लेते हैं. और जो मारुति में जो ट्रेजरी हेड है उसका भी हम एप्लीकेशन लेते हैं. उन लोगों से भी बात करते हैं. उन सबके लेवल पे बात करते हैं. दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. तो उसके लिए जैसे इकबाल जी ने आपको पिछले 1 महीने में कंटिन्यूसली ये बताया कि नॉलेज इज, वी ऑल आर अ नॉलेज वर्कर. वी आर नॉट अ सेल्स पर्सन. वी आर ऑल आर नॉलेज वर्कर. So we are selling the concept of the mutual fund. Why the mutual fund is good? कहते भी अगर किसी की डेथ हो जाए तो बंदा एक बार मरता है ना. एक बार कोरोना आ गया, डेथ हो गई, काम खत्म. बट अगर इंडिविजुअल की वो फाइनेंसेस ठीक तरह से मैनेज नहीं है, उस बंदे को जिंदगी में कई बार मरना पड़ता है. क्योंकि उसको लगता है यार मैं अपने बच्चों को ऐसा कर सकता था, मैं अपने बेटे को ऐसा कर सकता था, ऐसा नहीं कर पाया मैं क्योंकि फाइनेंशियल. तो इसलिए फाइनेंशियल मैटर्स आर वेरी सेक्रेट मैटर्स. तो इसके लिए सिंसियरिटी इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. और जो बार बार हम एक ही बात स्टेट बैंक की बात करते हैं, दैट इज अ ट्रस्ट दैट द इंस्टीट्यूशन हैड बिल्ट ओवर द लास्ट मोर देन 200 years ऑफ हार्ड वर्क. इसमें कई मुनीश आए, कई मुनीश गए. इसमें जो स्टेट बैंक ने आज ट्रस्ट बनाया है, एक बंदा नहीं, हम भी उस जो इतनी बड़ी बिल्डिंग बनी, एक ब्रिक है उसकी, एक बिल्डिंग में तो हजारों लाखों ईंटें लगी हुई. तो यू शुड आल्सो बी रेलेवेंट इन दैट पर्सपेक्टिव. मैं अपना वो जब कंट्रीब्यूशन कैसे कर सकूं इस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को नेक्स्ट लेवल पे लेके जाने के लिए, जो भी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, जो भी हमारे पास रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी कंपनी ने असाइन किया, जिस भी चैनल में हमको कंपनी ने लगाया, सो दैट इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. वो एक बार जब फ्लाईओवर बन रहा था लंका पे, है ना, रामचंद्र जी बना रहे थे, तो एक गिलहरी थी. तो वो भी वहाँ भी वो क्या कर रही थी, देखो एक इतना बड़ा फ्लाईओवर बन रहा है इंडिया से लेके श्रीलंका के बीच में, उसमें गिलहरी क्या कंट्रीब्यूशन कर सकती है. तो गिलहरी ने क्या किया, वो कहती रेत को एक जगह से लेके दूसरी जगह जाना. वो समंदर में अपने आप को गीला करती थी, जहाँ पे रेत पड़ी हुई थी वहाँ जाती थी, उस पर लिपटती थी, और जहाँ पे रेत की रिक्वायरमेंट थी वहाँ जाके अपने आप को छटक देती थी, और वहाँ पे इस तरह से उसने कंट्रीब्यूशन किया. सो कंट्रीब्यूशन इज, उसका छोटा बड़ा वो इम्पोर्टेंट नहीं होता. वो छोटा, हम एज ए ऑर्गेनाइजेशन हम उतने ही स्ट्रांग है जितना हमारी सबसे कमजोर कड़ी स्ट्रांग है, जितनी हमारी सबसे कमजोर. इसलिए वी वांट यू टू बी एज स्ट्रांग एज एनीबॉडी इन दी एसबीआई म्यूचुअल फंड. दैट इज व्हाई वी आर स्पेंडिंग सो मच टाइम, एनर्जी. अगर हम यहाँ पे नहीं आते डीपी सिंह जी आज, तो किसी इन्वेस्टर के पास जाते वहां से 200 करोड़ 500 करोड़ का चेक लेके आ सकते थे. ठीक है ना. ही कम हियर स्पेसिफिकली टू मीट ऑल ऑफ यू. एवरीथिंग हैज अ कॉस्ट, है ना. टाइम तो वही है ना. वी हैव ऑल हैव अ 24 आवर्स, और हर के 24 आवर में 60 मिनट्स हैं, और हर के 60 मिनट्स में एक एक 1 आवर में 60 मिनट है और 16 मिनट्स में 1 मिनट में 60 सेकंड है, किसी का डिफरेंट नहीं है। सो इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू वैल्यू योर टाइम। हम कहते हैं टाइम इज मनी। आपके पास सपोज यू आर 25 ईयर ऑफ एज, सपोज कोई 23 का होगा और आपके 65 ईयर, आपने 60 ईयर में आपने रिटायर होना सपोज, सो यू आर 35 ईयर ऑफ प्रोडक्ट। उसमें आप कहाँ पहुंचते हैं? हमने देखा है, अब 22 साल हो गए ना अपने स्टेट बैंक में। अब जब हम आए, एक ही डेजिग्नेशन पे 2 लोग थे, दोनों चीफ मैनेजर थे, है ना। और जब वो रिटायर हुए, एक के पास अपनी गाड़ी भी है, बंगला भी है, बच्चे भी सेटल्ड हैं, और दूसरा भी उसी चीफ, सेम सैलरी मिलती दोनों को। जब रिटायर हुए वो भी सेम रैंक पे रिटायर हुए। एक के पास अपना घर भी नहीं है, उसके बच्चे भी सेटल नहीं है। क्यों नहीं? प्लान। हम अपने टाइम को कैसे यूटिलाइज करते हैं, ठीक है ना। तो हम when we are managing the money of the people, we should be very very conscious about this fact. तो इसलिए we should try to work harder, जितना हम अपनी कैपेसिटी, हम देखिए कंपनी ये चाहती है कि आप से जो मिस्टेक हो जाए तो नॉर्मल कोर्स में, बट आपकी जानबूझ के मिस्टेक नहीं होनी चाहिए। जो ऑनेस्ट मिस्टेक है ना वो तो होगी, वी अंडरस्टैंड दैट। हम सब लोग, सबसे होगी, मुझसे भी होगी, आज भी हम भी कई गलतियां करते हैं रोज, ठीक है ना। ये डिसीजन लिया, वो डिसीजन लेंगे तभी गलत या ठीक होगा ना, अगर डिसीजन नहीं लेंगे तो गलत ठीक होगा नहीं। तो इसलिए वी हैव टू मेक डिसीजंस, मेक प्लान। जैसे इकबाल जी ने बोला, सेल्फ मास्टर। आप अपने लिए काम करना है, किसी के लिए काम नहीं करना। You have to work for yourself. हम कोई आपका बॉस आपको रिवार्ड करे ना करे, अब सब लोग है ना जो परमात्मा को मानते हैं, कोई है जो नहीं मानता? सब मानते हैं। वो तो देख रहा है ना हमें कि हम क्या कर रहे हैं। तो अगर मैं सपोज मुनीश आपको रिवॉर्ड नहीं करता एज ए मैनेजर, तो वो तो उससे बड़ा मैनेजर बैठा हुआ है आपको रिवॉर्ड करने के लिए, ठीक है ना। इसलिए हमारे एफर्ट में कोई कमी नहीं होनी चाहिए कभी भी, दैट इज मोर इंपॉर्टेंट, ठीक है ना। रिजल्ट इज अ बाई प्रोडक्ट, रिजल्ट तो आना ही है। अगर आप मेहनत करेंगे तो जैसे हमने 5 ट्रिलियन इकोनॉमी तो हिंदुस्तान में बनना ही है। 2024 में बनी, 26 में बन जाएगी, 26 में नहीं बनेगी, 28 में बन जाएगी। वी हैव टू, नोबडी कैन स्टॉप दैट। बट हमारे जो हाथ में है, विच इज कंट्रोलेबल, हमारे हाथ कंट्रोल में, अगर किसी दूसरे के हाथ में कंट्रोल है उस पर आप कुछ नहीं कर सकते। विच इज इन योर हैंड, आपके हाथ में क्या, अपने जो टाइम है उसको अच्छी तरह से मैनेज करें, दैट इज इन योर हैंड। और प्रोडक्टिव, और जैसे सुबह से जितने भी एक्सपर्ट्स आए हैं या जिन्होंने भी अपने एक्सपीरियंस आपके साथ शेयर किया, उन्होंने एक ही बात बोली है ना, जो क्रक्स भी हम अपने को कंटिन्यूसली अपग्रेड करना है हर रोज। शाम को अगर आप डायरी लिखनी शुरू कर दिया, भाई आपने आज क्या सीखा, उस डायरी में लिखना शुरू कर देंगे ना, देन प्रॉब्ली इन 6 months यू विल फील दैट यू आर द डिफरेंट वन। हर रोज छोटी इंप्रूवमेंट, हर रोज बड़ा मुश्किल। जिंदगी में सबसे मुश्किल चीजें वो होती हैं जो बहुत आसान होती हैं। जिंदगी में the toughest things are which are very very simple, और क्योंकि वो बार बार करनी पड़ती, रेगुलर करनी पड़ती। कितने लोग यहाँ बैठे जिनको पता है मॉर्निंग वॉक इज गुड फॉर हेल्थ? सबको पता है ना? कितने लोग करते हैं? 1 2 3 4, ठीक है ना। अगर आपको पता है और अगर आप नहीं करते, इसका मतलब आपको नहीं पता, ठीक है ना। अगर आपको पता है और आप उसको नहीं करते, तो इसका मतलब आपको उस नॉलेज का क्या फायदा जिसका बेनिफिट नहीं ले सकते, ठीक है ना। सो उसके लिए गाय दूध नहीं देती। मॉर्निंग वॉक में भी सुबह उठना पड़ेगा ना, वो जो आधे घंटे की 20 मिनट की और आप बड़ी बढ़िया नींद लेते हो उसको छोड़ना पड़ेगा, है ना? यू हैव टू सैक्रिफाइस इन लाइफ टू अचीव समथिंग इन योर लाइफ. नथिंग इज पॉसिबल विदाउट सैक्रिफाइस, है ना? हमें नेटफ्लिक्स कम देखना पड़ेगा आधा घंटा, है ना? कुछ भी मतलब मैंने वैसे एग्जांपल दिया, बट कुछ कॉम्प्रोमाइज करना पड़ेगा. बट हमें देखना पड़ेगा यूटिलिटी कहाँ पे, है ना? हमने मार्जिनल कॉस्ट, मार्जिनल यूटिलिटी लॉ पढ़ा है ना हमने इकोनॉमिक्स में. उसे अपनी लाइफ में भी यूटिलिटी कहाँ से है ज्यादा, यहाँ से ज्यादा यूटिलिटी होगी वो काम करेंगे तो हम आगे बढ़ेंगे. अगर यूटिलिटी ऐसे काम में करेंगे जिसमें यूटिलिटी कम है, तो जो आपने पढ़ा इकोनॉमिक्स में वो आपकी लाइफ में इंप्लीमेंट होता है, जो आपने फाइनेंस में पढ़ा वो आपकी लाइफ में इंप्लीमेंट होता है, और जो आपने हिस्ट्री में पढ़ा होगा वो भी आपकी लाइफ में इंप्लीमेंट होता है. एवरीथिंग हमने वी हैव टू लर्न फ्रॉम ऑल दीज सब्जेक्ट्स, इकोनॉमिक्स से भी, फाइनेंस से भी, हिस्ट्री से भी, साइकोलॉजी से भी, हाँ, और मैनेजमेंट से भी. उन सब चीज़ों को अपनी लाइफ में एक एक चीज में आत्मसात करना है उसको, है ना? डीपी सर ने जब फर्स्ट डे आपका जब आपको ऑनबोर्ड किया था, उन्होंने बोला था देयर आर 2 वर्ड्स. क्या बोलते शब्द? एक ही शब्द है बट उसके मतलब डिफरेंट है. याद है आपको? उन्होंने बोला था एक शब्द का नाम है सर्विस और दूसरे शब्द का नाम है सेवा. दोनों में जमीन आसमान का फर्क है. सर्विस और डिफरेंट मतलब ही, और दिल में कुछ और आता है ना. सर्विस का मतलब और सेवा का मतलब वर्ड तो वही है, ठीक है ना? तो सेम वे आप जो बोलते हैं उसका जो इम्पैक्ट है वो अलग अलग लोगों पे अलग अलग होता है ना? अगर मैं बोलूँ ठीक है जी हमें सच बोलना चाहिए, अपने बच्चों को बोलूँ मैं जी आपको सच बोलना चाहिए, और मुझे फोन आता है तो मैं को घर पे बैठा हूँ और मैं उसको बोलूँ नहीं नहीं अभी तो मैं ड्राइव कर रहा हूँ जी मैं, है ना? मैसेज तो चला गया. आप जितनी बार मर्जी अपने बच्चों को बोलेंगे कि सच बोलो, वो कहेंगे सच बोलना ऐसा ही होता है ना? तो इसलिए वर्ड्स का मतलब तभी होता है, वर्ड्स का मतलब, अब महात्मा गांधी की हम बात करते हैं, है ना? और जब नेल्सन मंडेला की बात करते हैं, क्यों लोग उनकी बात सुनते हैं? क्योंकि उन्होंने अपनी जिंदगी में वो जी के बताया, है ना? उनके भी क्रिटिसाइज करने वाले कई लोग हैं जो उनको क्रिटिसाइज करते हैं, बट हम ठीक है. तो इसलिए आपकी वर्ड का अर्थ तभी होगा अगर वो आपके जीवन में भी रिफ्लेक्ट करते हैं. हम कहते हैं जी फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग करनी चाहिए जी सबको, हमारी फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग है, तो कैसे हम लोगों को फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग की एडवाइस देंगे? उसकी एडवाइस को कोई मानेगा नहीं. मैं कहानी सुनाता हूँ वैसे का 2 मिनट और लूंगा. एक लेडी थी, तो उसका जो बच्चा था ना वो बड़ा गुड़ बहुत खाता, गुड़ समझते ना? हाँ. तो वो एक बाबा जी के पास ले गई, कहते बाबा जी मेरा बच्चा है ना गुड़ बहुत खाता. वो बाबा जी कहते लेडी आप बेटा आप अगले हफ्ते आना. वो कहती थी मैं तो गुड़गांव से चल के दिल्ली आई हूँ, 1 घंटे का इतना ट्रैफिक का सफर करके, तो आप आज इसको कोई दवाई दे दो जो भी करना है इसको कर दो. वो कहते नहीं आप अगले हफ्ते आना. ठीक है, परेशान बंदा अगले हफ्ते फिर आ गया. वो कहती मैं पिछले हफ्ते आई थी आपके पास बाबा जी, ये मेरा बच्चा गुड़ बहुत खाता है, इसको कुछ इलाज कीजिए इसका. वो बाबा जी कहते नहीं आप नेक्स्ट वीक आना. वो कहती है पिछले हफ्ते भी आई थी, आपने तभी यही कहा था कि अगले हफ्ते आना, अब मैं फिर आई हूँ, आप फिर कहते हो अगले हफ्ते आना. कहते नहीं बीबा नेक्स्ट वीक. अगले हफ्ते वो फिर पहुंच गई, बेचारी परेशान थी, जाना ही पड़ना था और कोई चारा नहीं था. तो बाबा जी के पास पहुंची, कहते मेरा बेटा गुड़ बहुत खाता है। तो बाबा जी ने उसके सर पे हाथ फेरा, कहते बेटा गुड़ मत खाया कर, ये अच्छी बात नहीं है ज़्यादा गुड़ खाना। चलो लेडी परेशान हो, कहती अगर यही बात बोली थी आपने तो पहले बोल देते ना, मेरे चक्कर लगवा दिए दो आपने। तो बाबा जी कहते पहले मैं भी गुड़ खाता, मैंने गुड़ खाना छोड़ा था। तभी आपकी जो वर्ड्स हैं उसका इम्पैक्ट होगा। अगर आपकी लाइफ में वो दिखते हैं, अगर आप वैसे ही कह दो कि सब फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग करो, आपकी फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग देखिए कोई नहीं मानेगा। आप कहोगे सिप करो जी, आप अपनी आपकी सिप नहीं होगी तो कोई सिप नहीं करेगा। आप कहोगे म्यूचुअल फंड में लगाओ पैसा, आप म्यूचुअल फंड में नहीं लगाते तो nobody will listen to you. Whatever you want to convey, whatever you want to tell to others, which is good for the investor, that investor कई तरह के होते हैं, which is good for you, that can be good for your investor, अगर सेम तरह का रिस्क प्रोफाइल और एवरीथिंग इज सेम। सो इसलिए ट्रू टू द इन्वेस्टर, दैट इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। और एसबीआई म्यूचुअल फंड में हम कहते हैं कि बिजनेस इज द बाई प्रोडक्ट। बिजनेस तो आना ही है, अगर आपका प्रोडक्ट ठीक है और आप राइट सेलिंग कर रहे हैं, है ना, और शॉर्टकट नहीं मार रहे हैं तो बिजनेस आएंगे। बट वी शुड बी ऑन द साइड ऑफ द इन्वेस्टर, नोबडी कैन स्टॉप। और एसबीआई ने जो पिछले 200 साल में अपना जो ब्रांड बनाया है ना, वो वैसे ही आप देखते हैं ना, कोई शिव जी की मूर्त होती है, कोई बाबा नानक की मूर्त होती है, पीछे देखते हैं उसमें लाइट निकलती है ना, पीछे उनके सर के पीछे से ऐसे, है ना। तो आपके पीछे से भी अब आप एसबीआई लग गया ना आपके पीछे, तो आपके पीछे से वही लाइट निकलनी शुरू हो गई। नहीं, यस, आप बोलो मैं एसबीआई में काम करता हूँ। मैं श्रीनगर में गया, श्रीनगर में टेररिस्ट अफेक्टेड, आज से 10 साल पहले की बात है, गाड़ी में जा रहा था मैं, तो उन्होंने बीएसएफ वालों ने, जहाँ सीआरपीएफ हो गए, उन्हें रोका। मैंने कहा स्टेट बैंक, कहते चलो, हमारी गाड़ी बिना चेक किए अंदर गई, है ना। तो वो मुनीश कुमार थोड़ी जानते हैं, वो तो एसबीआई को जानते हैं ना, जो पीछे आपकी लाइट चल पड़ी है ज्वाइन करने के बाद, ठीक है ना। तो इसका हमारी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी और भी हो जाती है। जो पिछले 200 साल में लोग ये बिल्ड बनाए, ट्रस्ट बनाए, हमारी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है उस ट्रस्ट को हम और स्ट्रॉन्ग कैसे कर सकते हैं, है ना। हमारे कारण उस ब्रांड में कोई नेगेटिविटी ना हो, हम उस ब्रांड को और पॉजिटिव कैसे कर सकते हैं, इस इंस्टीट्यूशन को अगले लेवल पे लेके कैसे जा सकते हैं। और आप सब लोग, हम क्यों कैंपस से हायर करते हैं, है ना। हम तो मार्केट से भी हायर कर सकते हैं, कोई उनको ट्रेनिंग देने की जरूरत नहीं है, दे विल स्टार्ट वर्किंग फ्रॉम डे 1, है ना। एसबीआई म्यूचुअल फंड कैंपस से क्यों हायर करता है? वी वांट न्यू आइडियाज, जो हमारे इस इंडस्ट्री के बंदे हैं। मैं म्यूचुअल फंड में काम करता हूँ, मेरे काम करने का एक तरीका है ना, तो वो तरीका गलत भी हो सकता है। इफ द न्यू ब्लड विल कम, हमारी क्लास टीचर थी, तब हम 3rd में पढ़ते थे, आई एम प्रिसाइसली रिमेम्बर, है ना। तो पहले जो मेडिसिन आती थी ना, वो एल्यूमिनियम फाइल दोनों तरफ होता था, एल्यूमिनियम फाइल के बीच में, अभी भी आती है वैसे, टैबलेट्स होती थी। तो हमारी क्लास टीचर थी एक, है ना, वो क्या करती, हर रोज ना बच्चों से वो लेती थी ब्लेड, कहती ब्लेड दो, किसी के पास ब्लेड है। तो अभी उसके बाद नई आनी शुरू हो गई, जिसमें एक तरफ प्लास्टिक लगी होती है, जिसमें ऊपरी होती है टैबलेट, है ना, और दूसरी तरफ एल्यूमिनियम लगा होता है। वो ब्लेड लेके पीछे से काटते थे उसको, टैबलेट निकालने के लिए। नहीं पता था ना, एवरीवन इज लर्निंग। तो हमारी क्लास में एक और बच्चा था, जिसके घर के मेडिसिन लेते होंगे वो, उसने बोला कि मैडम ऐसे नहीं करते, इसको पीछे से दबाते हैं तो आगे से मेडिसिन ये निकल जाती है, ठीक है। दैट इज अ लर्निंग फॉर दी, वो तो पुराने, यू कैन लर्न फ्रॉम एनीबॉडी। ये नहीं है भी कोई बड़ा ही आपको कुछ सिखा सकता है, सब कोई आपको सिखा सकता है। दैट इज व्हाई वी हायर यू, बिकॉज यू कम विद अ फ्रेश माइंड। आपको जब आएंगे ना कंपनी में, आपको लगेगा नहीं ये भी गलत है, यहाँ पे ये भी गलत है। आप गलत, ठीक है, गलत हो, आपके पर्सपेक्टिव से गलत हो सकता है, नो डाउट, बट उसको ठीक कैसे कर सकते हैं? वी शुड कम विद द सॉल्यूशन, नॉट विद द प्रॉब्लम्स। उसका क्या सॉल्यूशन हो सकता है? वी कैन डिस्कस, जब आप हमें कन्विंस कर देंगे, जब हम आपको कन्विंस कर देंगे जो हम कर रहे हैं वो ठीक है, जब आप हमें कन्विंस कर देंगे नहीं, आप जो कर रहे हैं वो गलत कर रहे हैं, इसको ऐसे करेंगे तो ठीक होगा। दैट इज हाउ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ग्रो। तो इसलिए प्लीज come out with your ideas, wherever you feel that the organization require a change, and in this organization we welcome the ideas, and whichever is ideas are good to implement for the organization's growth, we will implement it and help the other people to also to do. This is all I want to share with you. So if you have any questions, query, or your thought processes, or any thought you have, you can share. We and Ranju are here to respond to your questions. Or if Balji is also there, he is a veteran in the industry, whichever we are not able to respond, we can request Balji to respond those queries. Any questions, query? सब कुछ ठीक है?
Quick query. So 2-3 operational points. I think offer letters have reached all of you. Mostly, I think maybe 1 or 2 might be just coming on the day. So all you need to, you will also receive an onboarding link. We need to finish the onboarding today as soon as possible, so that we have to process a lot of things in backend. And because of the extended weekend, which is coming because of Holi, and that 3 days won't be there. So we need to finish it off everything by tomorrow, so that we can get your joinings on Monday. Also, we discussed with Manishji, so we really look forward you to join from Monday onwards. What we can give us as per policy, we can, you can identify a place where accommodation, and for 7 days we can bear it. There is a limit of around 3,000 per day. So up to that, that's something that you can, company will bear it, and you can reimburse it later. So that's it. But all you try to do is should be joining, because beyond 24th, even if it is 1 day, some on a exception basis we can give 1 or 2 days, but only for an exception case where we are convinced. But we have a very hard cutoff of 24th. Beyond that, we may not be able to ask anyone to join because of year end. April is something we don't want to, but yeah, 1 or 2 days is something that we can still accommodate, but only for exception cases.
And the people who will join late, they become junior. People who join early, they become senior. It's up to you.
And locations, I think there's some changes, but hardly there's within 150-100 kilometers. That's the difference.
हाँ, location हमने तो दिए, कुछ request आया था, कुछ otherwise था, तो we have changed 1 or 2 locations, कुछ request था, otherwise था. तो अगर आपका location में still you feel there is a challenge, हाँ, so then you can discuss it here itself, है ना?
So that can be personal one, individual cases where there is a real rationale to it. We Manish sir and I can discuss, and then if we think so, then we'll take a call. Otherwise, it's good to be away from your home also. It is a good, you are starting.
After COVID, the first, I think I'm sure people should be looking forward to step out of their house.
So great.
So I just want to introduce to my colleague Ravindra Jain. Ravindra Jain is a regional head for NCR. So he's taking care of Ghaziabad, Noida, Faridabad and Gurgaon branch, and all the channels are reporting to him. Then we have a veteran, our Vineet. Vineet is a part of the retail team in Gurgaon. So we are, our office is in Vipulapur. So these two I want to introduce.
Wish you all the very best.
Thank you.
Wish you all the very best. So like I have joined this company in year 2006 as a fresher, like जैसे आप लोग join कर रहे हो. So I was also placed from campus. और DP sir थे hiring process में, DP sir ने hire किया था, and like I almost completed 16 years in this organization. And during my journey, I've completed my charter holder also and CFA charter holder. And by the inspiration from sir and with the inspiration from sir and our investment teams, I got inspired and I've done this CFA charter also. So I request all of you to do all the courses which are available, like FRM is well course that you can go for, or this CFA you can go for. नहीं तो basic 10-10 भी तो कर ही लो आप. जो NIFM का, जो NISM का 10-10 भी है, उससे तो आप start करो ही. So you'll get lot of things, you will come to know lot of things through that. So wishing all the very best. Thank you. And you're lucky to be part of SBI family. You're lucky that it's your first job.
Thank you, sir.
So I think we don't want to take much of the time. I think everybody has to move back. So again, once again, Manish ji, Jain ji, and the whole team, Ranju ji, who again came from Bombay for this program, so he's going back again, head of HR. So wish you best of luck. We are always there with you as a Sarthi. My team is, you can always reach out to them, to me also, not a problem. So there are 3-4 things which I think I just want to reiterate. You can only put in terms of impression or the impact if you want to simplify the things, and that can only happen with your wisdom and experience. So let us suppose, I just want to share with you, if I have to teach your batch, within first 2 minutes or first 15 minutes I came to know who is weak and who is good. So within 15 minutes मैंने अपने 16 घंटे का प्लानिंग जितना मैंने पढ़ाया आपको मैंने कर लिया कि इसको समझाना जरूरी है, बाकियों को समझ आ जाए. तो अल्टीमेटली you know how you are going to simplify the complex thing, that is the beauty of teaching and educating. And as Manish ji has said, मेरे को चैलेंज बहुत एक्सपेक्टेड, मैं चैलेंज जितने लोग मेरे को देते हैं ना फाइनेंस में, मतलब आए मैं बहुत, मेरे को मज़ा आता है उसमें. तो आपकी क्लास लगाने में मेरे को बिल्कुल मज़ा नहीं आया, क्योंकि आपने चैलेंज दिया नहीं. So I'm not saying, the point that I'm sharing with you is that with the grace of Almighty, मतलब नॉर्थ इंडिया में कोई ऐसा बंदा नहीं होगा, कोई ऐसा ब्यूरोक्रेट नहीं होगा, पॉलिटिशियन नहीं होगा, इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट नहीं होगा, प्रोफेशनल नहीं होगा. बिकॉज माई ऑल माई एग्जेक्टिव्स जो हैं मेरे वर्टिकल्स के 5-6, 2-3 को CEO को आप मिल चुके हो. दे आर वेटरन चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट, यू नो, वर्क विद द बेस्ट कंसल्टिंग फर्म्स. So whether we are talking about investment banking division, whether we talk about merger and acquisition, whether we talk about L&D, Sujit ji, you know, whether we talk about distribution, who heads Anuj Singla ji. So all are, they are dhakkad in their areas. You know, so the point is that, so we always, मेरे को बहुत रिफ्रेशिंग लगता है कि यार कोई चैलेंज थ्रो होता है ना. कल मैंने एड्रेस किया गुजरात पेस्टिसाइड की टॉप मैनेजमेंट, 2 घंटे सेशन किया मैंने लीडरशिप. तो पॉइंट इज आई वांट, सो ठीक है धीरे धीरे आएगा, स्पार्क आएगा, बट अभी मेरे को सिंह साहब बोल गए कि जी अगला बैच 100 का होना चाहिए पूरे एरिया. तो हमारे लिए भी चैलेंज है, हमारे लिए बहुत लर्निंग है. तो लर्निंग बहुत है कि हमें करना कैसे है. अब कई चीज़ें हमारे तरफ से भी, एंड दूसरा एक चीज मैं और आपको इनपुट देना चाहता हूँ, अपना वो कॉलेज वाली लाइफ से बाहर आ जाए. कॉलेज की मैनेजमेंट के लिए ना आप क्लाइंट हो, ठीक है ना. कॉलेज की मैनेजमेंट के लिए आप क्लाइंट हो, और हर बंदे ने 1.5-2 लाख रुपया फूका है और उन्हें हाथ खड़े कर दिए, ठीक है ना. अल्टीमेट जो लाइफ स्किल है ना, लाइफ स्किल आपको जो मिला है यहाँ पे 1 महीने में, है ना, फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट, यू शुड अप्रिशिएट दैट. चक्कर क्या होता है कि फ्री में जो चीज़ मिलती है ना उसको बंदा वैल्यू नहीं करता. दैट इज द बिगेस्ट चैलेंज. अब सारे कॉलेज के आपके बंदे लोगो लगाएंगे जी SBI के हमारे बंदे हो गए हैं, ये वो करेंगे बिकॉज उसको अपना करना है. आप ये बताओ कि उनको कितना पैसा दिया आप और कितने साल वहाँ. द सोर्स इज नॉट ओनली मनी, इज टाइम आल्सो. तो हमारे को तो टोटल हमने डिज़ाइन किया कि 60 घंटे में हमने आपको 100 फीस खाना है, और काफ़ी कमियाँ रह गई क्योंकि बीच में OGT आ गई है, जो भी हुआ. बट वी आर गोइंग टू कवर अप. वी आर नॉट गोइंग टू लीव यू लाइक दिस. वो जैसे रंजू जी ने कहा कि हमें 1 साल क्वार्टरली कुछ ना कुछ करेंगे, कुछ नया करेंगे, कुछ नई चीज़ सीखेंगे. आपके जितने क्वेश्चन होंगे 1 क्वार्टर में कवर करके टेक्निकली वो एड्रेस करेंगे. सो मेरा कहने का यहाँ पे मकसद यही है कि अल्टीमेटली एट द एंड ऑफ द डे कई बंदों ने किस तरह के जवाब दिए. कॉलेज अलग था, अब कॉलेज छोड़ो, कॉलेज पीछे छोड़ा है. कॉलेज एग्जाम रह गए हैं वो बात अलग है, पर कॉलेज पीछे छोड़ा है. यू आर इन अ कॉर्पोरेट वर्ल्ड. डोंट गिव silly excuses, and I have already shared with you, world is very ruthless. and they are not going to give you a chance to repair. जो हम अभी बहानेबाजी करते हैं ना, कईयों ने करी जब हमने सेशन लिए, ठीक है ना, तो वो पता है मेरे को कुछ ने टाइम का, और एंड लेट मी शेयर विद यू मनीष जी, या दे आर वेरी डिसिप्लिन्ड, सेल्फ डिसिप्लिन्ड लोग हैं ये, खिलवाड़ मत करना, ये सेल्फ डिसिप्लिन्ड है, और यहाँ तक ये पहुंचने का इनकी जर्नी का कारण ही है, कमिटेड है, हार्ड वर्क है, पैशनेट है। मेरे को एक बार ये भी हुआ, मेरे को डीपी सिंह से बात हुई, मतलब दे आर सो बिजी एंड एनग्रॉस्ड कि वो दिल्ली उतरे, फ्लाइट ले ली थी लखनऊ की, ले ली मुंबई की, मतलब आई एम नॉट सेइंग द बिजी, बट देयर शेड्यूल इज सो टाइट, मीटिंग विद द टॉप ऑफिशियल्स, पीपल क्रॉस समथिंग, दे आर वेरी हार्ड वर्किंग टीम, एंड मैं आई कैन वाउच फॉर दैट बिकॉज दैट इज द रीजन दे आर हियर टुडे। दे आर द लीडर कोई एसबीआई अपने आप को बना नहीं, एंड आपको भी पता है कि आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि एसबीआई एज अ बैंक आपको लगता है कि यार थोड़े ढीले होंगे लोग यार, बट दे आर मोस्ट अग्रेसिव गाइस, एंड दैट्स व्हाई दे आर हेड ऑफ numbers, with numbers speaks louder than the words. तो मैं तो 2-3-4 चीजें वही, फर्स्ट इज अगेन आई एम सेइंग कि डिसिप्लिन बहुत जरूरी है, कैजुअल अप्रोच छोड़ दो, वो कॉलेज में हो गया, वो कॉलेज होगी, कॉलेज स्टोरी खत्म होगी, बिकम रिस्पॉन्सिबल, यू आर वेरी लकी इनफ दैट यू आर इन द नॉलेज इंडस्ट्री, यू आर वेरी लकी इनफ, एंड preferably if you ask me from last 20 years, आप मेरे को किसी दिन भी पूछ लो कि आपने क्या कुछ सीखा, मेरी 20 साल की डायरी है, मैं हर रोज लिखता हूँ कि आज क्या सीखा। सो द पॉइंट इज दैट, एंड अल्टीमेटली जैसे मनीष जी ने बोला कि आपको कोई नहीं सुनेगा अगर आपने उस चीज को प्रैक्टिस नहीं की। मैं आपको करैक्टर की एजुकेशन देनी शुरू कर दूँ, मैं आपको ऑनेस्टी की दलीलें देनी शुरू कर दूं, मैं आपको सेल्फ डिसिप्लिन की दलीलें देने शुरू कर दूं, उसका इम्पैक्ट ही नहीं होएगा अगर मैं नहीं हूं। आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू रिपोर्ट एनीबॉडी, आई एम अ ग्रुप चेयरमैन, बट our market start at 9:15 I am there. Our hurdle is happening at 10 o'clock. I will never say 10 बज के 1 मिनट पे इकबाल सर आ रहे हैं। I'm not responding to anyone. Even with my wife, हमारी लड़ाई हो जाती है कि 5 मिनट बाद चले जाना, नहीं। सेल्फ डिसिप्लिन इज की टू सक्सेस। अगर आपका सेल्फ डिसिप्लिन नहीं है, एंड वी स्टार्ट द डे वेरी अर्ली, टुडे आई स्टार्ट एट 3:45, एंड होगा कोई 10 बजे, 10:30 बजे। तो ये नहीं है, अगेन वी आर एंजॉयिंग इन दिस होल जर्नी, मजा आ रहा है, चैलेंज आ रहा है, पैशन है, टीमों को मोटिवेट कर रहे हैं, एंड वी हैव द बेस्ट स्कॉलर गाइज विद अस, टॉप सीए, टॉप सीएफए, एमबीए, टॉप एमबीए इंस्टीट्यूट। ये बच्चे भी हमारे गुरु नानक देव यूनिवर्सिटी से, वी ट्रेन्ड हर, ज्योति, वी ट्रेन्ड हर, एंड वी पिक अप द बेस्ट लॉट with our company. One is analyst now, Vishal, and he scored top in capital market, जो भी हम competition चलवाते हैं MSc का। We also want to keep the best guy with us, and in fact we failed कि हम इस बैच में 5-6 बंदे मेरे को और चाहिए, पर मैं कहा चलो हमारे अगले बैच में आ जाएंगे, SBI को दो। So anyway, so the point here is that जो मैं 3-4 चीजें बोली हैं आपको, ये बहुत जरूरी है, एंड इसको फॉलो करना है। एंड मेरे को थोड़ी सी, बिकॉज आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू गोस्ट यू और यू नो लाइक दिस, आई गॉट डिसअपॉइंटेड ऑन फ्यू थिंग्स, बट एनीवे द पार्ट ऑफ अ गेम। आई डोंट वांट दैट यू शुड डिसअपॉइंट द, बिकॉज सारे नॉर्थ से हैं, मनीष जी हेडिंग ऑल द नॉर्थ इंडिया, मतलब they should come back to us and say कि यार बहुत अच्छे बच्चे आपने, and you are lucky one। मैं अभी बता रहा था, मैं सैलरी भी बढ़ गई है, अब तो आपका ये पीछे ना ग्लो आ रहा है जो SBI वाला, because if you want to you want to grow, you know, continue to do the corporate ladder में आप ग्रो करना चाह रहे हो तो ठीक है। all of my colleagues are the group heads of SBI, of HDFC Bank। They are managing almost 30, 40, 50% of HDFC Bank business today. But I chosen a path to be an entrepreneur 15 years back, to build our own company. But आपके लिए corporate ladder में this is the organization where you can become ED, MD. Nobody can stop. This is the beauty of this organization. Salary भी बढ़ गई है. Safety and security perspective से this is one of the robust institution. और आप सारे बैचलर हो, ठीक है, आपका बॉयफ्रेंड गर्लफ्रेंड हो गए, मैट्रिमोनियल पर्सपेक्टिव से भी आपकी रेटिंग बड़ी ऊपर हो गई है. सो विद दिस नोट, थैंक यू वेरी मच. एंड हमारी अगेन वी गॉट द फीडबैक. वी ऑलवेज वांट टू टेक द फीडबैक बिकॉज वी वांट टू कंटिन्यूअसली इम्प्रूव. क्योंकि एक्सेप्ट गॉड नोबडी इज परफेक्ट. वी वुड लाइक टू इम्प्रूव. वी वांट टू डू मोर रिसर्च कि हम कहाँ गलत हैं. And we want to improvise that. तो आपने feedback दे दिया था. Again, you give any feedback is always welcome, and we will try to implement to improvise on the subsequent sessions. With this note, thank you very much, and you can proceed your journey to your respective locations. Thank you very much.
एक बार आप अपने लिए भी तालियां बजाइए. सबके लिए हो जाती है आपने. जितना आपके अंदर खुशी है ना, उतनी जोर से तालियां बजनी चाहिए.
Okay.